All right, let's take a look at this public view. All right, error occurred, so I think I go back here. Let's see, broadcast to DDM. Refresh. Okay, public view. Looking good there.
Is there any way you can tell how many people are watching at a time?
I think there is. I've never talked to Ryan about that, but I think he could tell you for sure. All right, let's see. That should be good there. All right, Alana, we are doing a test here. This is AP, play-by-play man. I'm going to have my buddy Jake, who is our color guy tonight, the newspaper guy, comment here on the great net play there by both the Star Valley Lady Braves and the Evanston Lady Red Devils. Jake?
Yeah, Star Valley's just blowing away this JV right now. Their front row's far superior so far.
All right, and now, Alana, I'm going to go ahead and just play a BOCES ad just for kicks, just to make sure the audio is coming through there. I'll play it for about 10 seconds.
BOCES #1 Education Center's College and Career Readiness Department can help anyone who needs to improve literacy, math, or writing skills. If you are looking to improve your education, BOCES #1 Education Center's College and...
All right, Alana, that was a BOCES ad. So you've heard from me, Jake, and the computer. If you're hearing that that's good, text me and just say it's okay. If I don't get a text from you in the next couple minutes, I'll call you and we'll see what's going on. Thanks.
Evanston Red Devil Volleyball is on the air. The smallest and most remotely situated Class 4A high school in Wyoming boldly takes on all challengers from across the vast, windswept plains and snow-capped mountains of the ruggedly beautiful Cowboy State. Big O Tires of Evanston presents Red Devils Volleyball on KNYN FM 99.1, The Big Dog, with live video streaming online at k-9radio.com. Evanston Red Devils Volleyball, brought to you by Castle Rock Chevrolet, Old West Design, PC Innovations, Big O Tires of Evanston, Western Wyoming Community College, Old West Media, Best Western Dunmar Inn, the Legal Tender Restaurant, UNBOC's #1 education center, and by T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Attention Evanston fans, pitchforks will rise. Let's now go live to the play-by-play voice of the Red Devils, A.P. Harold.
And a very pleasant good evening to you, volleyball fans. A.P. Harold welcoming you to the Lady Red Devils pregame show tonight. Evanston on the road faces the Star Valley Lady Braves here in Lincoln County at the Braves Gymnasium in Afton. Game 1 is set for 6 o'clock. The Lady Red Devils pregame show continues next on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM and live online at mylocalradio.com.
When your children have overnight school events in Evanston, book your room at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. All rooms are on the ground floor with drive-to-your-door access. You'll rest easy in your beautiful, clean room with 7 layers of bedding, including feather pillows. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our full-service restaurant. Located only minutes from schools, the best place to stay in Evanston is the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Call us today to reserve your rooms, 307-789-3770.
Computer too slow? Can't get rid of those viruses? No problem. Hi, this is Wayne Booth, owner of PC Innovations in Evanston. Letting you know if there is a problem with your personal or business computer, we have the solution. Stop by today or call us at 307-789-6674. We can handle all your computer needs, from virus removals and cleanups to program installations and data transfers. Whatever you need, we have you covered. That's PC Innovations in Evanston at 789-6674. Call us today and get the service you need. 789-6674.
And welcome back, folks, to the Lady Red Devils pregame show. Tonight it's the Star Valley Lady Braves and EHS from beautiful, beautiful Afton. When we return, we'll set the scene for this evening's contest, courtesy of our good friends at Monkey Shine's Truck and Car Wash and Laundromat on a laundromat. I don't know why I said laundromat. Laundromat on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog, KNY 99.1 FM, and live online at mylocalradio.com.
Nice ride.
Thanks, Marissa. Monkey Shine's Car and Truck Wash keeps my sedan sexier than a sports car.
Too bad the same can't be said of your shirt.
Huh?
Monkey Shines has a laundromat, too.
Who's this guy?
He's kind of cute.
Adam Jackson, voice of the Kemmerer Rangers. And your Brooks Brothers button-down is spottier than the New Mexico Lobos secondary.
Why, you...
Better go wash up at Monkey Shine's, AP.
But...
You heard the lady, pal.
Wait, Marissa, where are you going?
Out with Adam Jackson, a sharp-dressed man.
Monkey Shines, 528 County Road, Evanston.
And welcome back, folks. It's time now to set the scene. This is A.P. Harold alongside the sports editor for the Uintah County Herald, Jake Hibbard. Jake, we had a tough go at it, losing 6 of 7 games on the road this weekend in Casper. We were both there to take in those matches. You saw all of them. I saw the one against the Kelly Walsh program, but now we step down to the 3A level, but a very good Star Valley Lady Braves program.
Yeah, and after our first jump into conference action, maybe having going back into non-conference, taking on 3A teams. Now we've got on Saturday 3A and 2A teams coming on. It gives you some time to work on things that you saw, maybe that you were exposed in against Kelly Walsh and Natrona, and improve going forward without actually having it count towards your conference record.
The Lady Braves, of course, came into Evanston, Jake, earlier this year and quite frankly outplayed us. And as much as the 2 games they won, they hammered us, we did win the match by winning 3 closer sets. So you've got to think the coach Leanne Smith's team is looking for a little revenge this evening.
Well, yeah, they got it on their home court. It was 15-13 was that final deciding set after Star Valley made a late rally to really get back into it. There's a couple things you'd like to see out of Evanston tonight, but you certainly don't want to see a loss. Of course, if you do, it doesn't count against your record, but you'd like to see it handily win, or at least a convincing win to show some growth.
I think one of the things you're going to see here, it's something has to give. Either the Lady Braves do get the revenge that they so want, having in a sense outplayed us in Evanston, or we show that we learned some things from that step up in competition in Casper, come in here and handle a team one classification down.
Yep, absolutely. And I think what you're going to see tonight is probably a team that's worked on a couple things since you see Casper, but probably not too much time for adjustment because there was a late start on practice Monday to get everything ready for schoolwork because they're missing time. So really just one maybe like half day of practice. So I don't think you're going to see a lot of difference out of the team that you saw from just this weekend. But hopefully you see a resolve and go against this old rival school of ours and take it to them.
An ancient historical rival, as far as if anything can be ancient and historical out here in the Wild West, which is one of the newer parts of the country. But certainly you made the point when we drove up here, Jake, that this is a team that is over the years a big rival, perhaps the biggest rival for Evanston High School.
Yeah, absolutely, and that just comes from talking to people that were here back when Evanston was 3A or when Star Valley was 4A before the days of Cheyenne South and all other sports except for football. And talking to athletics director Bubba O'Neill last year about it, he said it's just a lot of geographical similarities, a lot of cultural similarities and in these two communities, so it makes a natural rival considering that Green River and Rock Springs are so close together, and those being the other 2 closest schools. We kind of needed a rival, and Star Valley was that.
And Alana, our producer, Alana Perry, our producer tonight, appreciate the text communication. Going to go ahead and take another break. Alana, you let me know if we're good to go this time via text. And the good folks at Monkey Shine's Truck and Car Wash and Laundromat have indeed set the scene for tonight's matchup. First serve is set for 6 o'clock between your young ladies from Evanston and the homestanding Lady Braves of Star Valley here in Afton. Next, we will visit with the opposing chief executives for tonight's match on the Bear Lake Realty Gary McKee pregame coaches show. You're listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog, KNY 99.1 FM, and live online at mylocalradio.com.
UNFOC's #1 Education Center's College and Career Readiness Department can help anyone who needs to improve literacy, math, or writing skills. If you are looking to improve your education, UNFOC's #1 Education Center's College and Career Readiness Center is for you. We offer programs and testing for basic education, family literacy, and workplace readiness. Change your life. Contact Diane White or Shannon Williams at 307-789-5742 to get started today.
And welcome back, folks, to the Bear Lake Realty Gary McKee pregame coaches show. Visit bearlakerealty.com for some beautiful, beautiful vacation home ideas. Earlier today, I sat down with the head coach of the Lady Braves, that's Leanne Smith, to get her thoughts on tonight's contest, then caught up with our own head coach, the Lady Red Devils, Tara Lawler. Those interviews are next after this word from Bear Lake Realty Gary McKee on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog, KNY 99.1 FM, and live online at mylocalradio.com.
If you or your friends are looking for a home or vacation home at beautiful Bear Lake, you don't have to wait any longer to live your dream. Bear Lake Realty has properties in every price range. Relax. Create memories for generations to come in your home or vacation home at one of the most beautiful lakes on earth. It all starts with a phone call. We will help you find the perfect home for you and your family. Call today, Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty, 435-946-8888, or go to bearlakerealty.com.
Our guest pregame tonight, the fine head coach of the Star Valley Lady Braves, Leanne Smith. Coach, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. It's good to be with you again.
A rematch this evening, and in the first match, your team outplayed us in that you hammered Evanston in the 2 games you won and lost 3 closer sets. I'm sure that's not lost on you, your staff, and your girls.
We were happy with how we played. We thought we played hard. I was impressed with how Evanston came back that 5th set and found some heart to get through it. We kind of had a late start that 5th set, and we know we need to improve on that and make sure we get going from the very beginning and not let anybody get up on us.
Coach, give us an update on who you guys have played and how you've done since your trip to Evanston earlier this month.
Well, we went to the Rollins tournament just this last weekend, and we ended up 3rd in the silver bracket. It was a great tournament over there. I haven't seen any weak teams this year, to be honest with you. I think everyone's really good and can play. They're playing their best on any given day. I think anybody can just about beat anyone. I think Mountain View won that tournament over there in Rollins. There's a pretty strong field this year, and we played Pinedale here, and we beat them. And I think they beat Douglas at the Rollins tournament, and we didn't beat Douglas. And so I just think it's good to see these strong teams. It makes you have to improve and stay focused in what you're doing.
As we move deeper into the season, what are some things you like about your team, and what is something you still need to develop?
I think our blocking is one of the things we need to work on the most, like just to be able to stop things up front a little bit more than what we do. I think our team gets along well. I think they work together well, and they have a lot of heart. They're willing to do whatever they need to become better, and I think they try to stay disciplined within themselves. And so I think there's a lot of positive things about the team, and I still think that we're moving forward and improving each day and each week. As long as they keep doing that, I think that with as much heart that they have, that they'll do good.
Our guest pregame is Star Valley head volleyball coach Leanne Smith. Coach, who are some of the young women who have developed as leaders on this year's team?
Our seniors have stepped up and been good leaders, but all of them really work together well and take initiative and work hard. I don't know if there's any single person, but obviously with seniors, I think that should be their role to be the example and carry things along for the rest of the team as much as they can.
And finally, Coach, I'm really looking forward to my first visit ever to the Afton area, being from Atlanta. I know it's an incredibly beautiful place. Talk about living in such an aesthetically pleasing environment.
Well, I hope you feel that way when you get here, because it is. I don't think there's really any other place that I would rather be, and we like to travel quite a bit, and we're always really happy when we come over the south end or the other end of the valley and see the valley again and how beautiful it is, and it just makes you grateful for where you live. And there are a lot of pretty places. There are a lot of different types of beauty, but it really is a beautiful area.
That's the head coach of the Lady Braves, Leanne Smith of Star Valley High. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And folks, we appreciate Coach Smith stopping by. This is the Bear Lake Realty Gary McKee pregame coaches show. When we return, we'll visit with the Lady Red Devils' Tara Lawler on the Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on KNY and 99.1 FM, The Big Dog, and live online at K-9radio.com, and now also at mylocalradio.com.
Deep discounts and free Wyoming lottery tickets, both in one great deal during Chevy Truck Month at Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. Huge factory discounts on a great selection of Silverado half, 3/4, and 1-ton pickups on the lot. And when you buy a new or used car or truck from Castle Rock, they'll give you $100 to $250 worth of free Wyoming lottery tickets. Restrictions apply.
We're Castle Rock.
Buy a new vehicle and possibly win the lotto during Chevy Truck Month. CastleRockChevy.com.
Pre-game here with Coach Lawler, and it's another battle with a very talented Star Valley team we squeaked past a few weeks ago back home in Uintah County. What do we need to do tonight, Coach, to snag a hard-fought road victory?
First of all, we need to serve receive better. We've been working with that in the gym. The girls understand the importance, and that's basically our building block and our foundation to have any type of offense. We've stressed that immediately after the Casper game. We started talking about how important serve receive is. We talked about it all day Monday in practice. Hopefully tonight we'll see that hard work has paid off.
Coach, anytime you play an opponent multiple times in the same season and you've got the win the first time, you run the risk of taking things for granted. How do you and your staff emotionally and psychologically prepare your young ladies for multiple matches against the same school?
Well, let's start Star Valley, I don't think we'll take anything for granted. We didn't play our best. We didn't talk. They outblocked us, and our hitters had to be quite resilient. But I think they're excited for the challenge to face them again, to show them, hey, we're not that team that you played in Evanston a couple weeks ago. With the other teams, you're right, that is hard because you start to sometimes take for granted, or you think you understand a team, and then something will change and it throws our girls off. So right now, our girls are focused on the way we are playing, not so much our opponents. We will adapt our defense as we're playing in between the sets or during the set. The girls have that capability now that they can go to 2 or 3 or possibly even the fourth defense during the match. But I definitely think that the focus should be on how we're playing and making sure we can take care of what we can control.
And finally, Coach, you did a great job the other day at Kelly Walsh discussing appropriately with the officials and arguing and getting us a point back that we deserved. For novices out there in volleyball, including yours truly, talk about the roles and responsibilities of game officials or referees in volleyball.
Well, it's tough. Sometimes coaches think that they see things, and I don't want to be disrespectful to those referees. They did say afterwards, yep, we found the point. So I was happy. We would never try to fight for a point that we didn't deserve. But it's also important for us coaches, if the girls are going to be fighting and giving it all on the court, we need to be having their back and doing the same thing. And I think I actually heard you during that game say, well, maybe she's using this to fire up her girls. And you were exactly right. With all of the respect in the world to those referees and officials. But I also need to make sure that the girls know we understand and appreciate how hard they're working. And if we can help get the point that we earned on that scoreboard, we'll do all that we can. It's a hard sport. Sometimes it's a slower sport, and at the net, there's a lot that can happen super fast. We're obviously looking at tendencies and seeing things, and maybe the officials didn't see it. So probably we need to be a little bit more understanding.
And that's a good lesson for all of us, Coach. But hey, a very hard-working Tara Lawler. We appreciate your time, and good luck tonight as we look to scalp the Lady Braves.
Sounds great. Thank you.
And that is your pregame coaches show brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Gary McKee. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. We're fast approaching the opening serve, and we'll return with starting lineups and play-by-play action next on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Evanston Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Talk, KNY 99.1 FM, and now live video online at mylocalradio.com.
Eating, sleeping, breathing, moving. We all do it. It's called living. But as we age, those seemingly mundane daily basics take their toll on our bodies via oxidative stress. Fight back. Supplement with all-natural Pro Tandem, a revolutionary clinically tested plant-based formula proven to reduce oxidative stress by an average of 40% in just 30 days. You take care of your car, your home, your money, but what about you? Supplement with Pro Tandem. Click on the telegram to health that you'll find at any of the sites at mylocalradio.com.
As you know, vehicles require maintenance to run properly. Brakes, differential, cooling systems, transmissions, and power steering each require fluid. Vehicles also have lots of parts: fuel lines, brakes and headlights, wipers, and more. And don't forget oil changes. For all your vehicle tune-ups and maintenance, trust the professionals at Big O Tires of Evanston.
Hey, this is Dennis down here at Big O Tires, 607 West Cheyenne Drive. Just give us a call, make an appointment, and we'd love to see you.
Big O Tires of Evanston, the team you trust.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
Here's a question for you. How do you feel about your smile? Are there things about it you wish you could change? Maybe you can. At Bear River Dental, we want to see your smile, and our unique services can help you get the smile you've always wanted. So be happy. Your perfect smile is just around the corner. Come see us today for your free smile consultation, only at Bear River Dental.
Welcome back, folks, to beautiful Afton, Wyoming. Star Valley High School, the Lady Braves hosting your Evanston Lady Red Devils tonight. And as these affairs typically run, the JV match running a little bit longer, Mr. Jake Hipper, than the official schedule designates. And that gives us a little bit of time to further preview this contest. And I know that you've been following this JV match with pretty good attention, and the Star Valley Lady Braves look pretty good. You're suspecting they might even have a couple of varsity players on the roster.
Yeah, well, I was looking at the roster here, and I couldn't see any, actually. It looks like they got a couple sophomores. Did Emily Kazir at setter, did she play any time? I feel like she played some time.
I think she did. Emily Kazir, yeah.
Yeah, she's out here right now, but that's about all I saw. They really ran away with this first set. I think it was 25-11, and then Evanston came back and took the second set. Now Evanston's leading 16-10. So after a really slow start by our JV program, the Lady Red Devils have really put it to the Lady Braves here in the second and third set.
The score right now, 16-10 at the JV level, 17-10 now, Jake, and this is just best out of 3 at the JV level. You'd imagine if this score holds that it'll be a 2-game, 2-set sweep at the JV level for Star Valley. Of course, that's just the undercard as we preview the varsity match. Again, best of 5 back in Uintah County earlier this month. Lady Red Devils won 3 squeakers, and the Lady Braves won 2 blowouts, but as volleyball scoring and rules go, we got the victory in the match.
Yeah, and it sure didn't look like it at some points. It really looked like Star Valley had the advantage, of course, like you said, in their 2 wins. They really ran away with those victories, most notably, I think, in the first set. And I think Evanston right now has got to be, like Coach Lawler said, got to be ready to come out and prove that they're a better team than they were a week ago.
Jake, women's sports obviously didn't get as early a start in this country or anywhere in the world as men's sports did, but even before the whole Title IX thing, I think volleyball had a quicker start than basketball, certainly even maybe than softball in this part of the country. Your mom, I don't know what generation or how old she is, and we're not going to put that on air. That's not a nice thing to do, but from an early age, you developed an appreciation for volleyball, even on the men's side, from a watching perspective, as your mom took you around Montana, seeing a lot of really good volleyball.
Yeah, we had a great program. Of course, I'm from the place where nobody from here is going to probably know, Whitehall, Montana. It's a Class B school in the southwest corner. And in the middle 90s and late 90s, there was great programs going to state every year. Of course, back in 98, as many people from that area can tell you, they blew the state championship, leading 2-1 over Roundup. But, of course, I'm not still holding on to that one right now.
No, not at all, not at all. And, Jake, one of the things, people know that football is a chess match in terms of offensive coordinators trying to match wits with defensive coordinators. Not as many folks understand the level of strategy that goes into this great game of volleyball.
Well, yeah, for example, you just got to, as a coach, as you mentioned in Kelly Walsh, it's a really fast-moving game, so making adjustments on the fly are harder because you don't have a 40-second play clock or a 25-second play clock to work with. But there's different things like Kelly Walsh. There was the third set started with Kristen Frankie getting 6 straight points, and she just kept going to that same back defender every single time, and that was certainly no mistake. If you can find a weak spot in the defense, of course you go after that. If you're noticing maybe a frontline defender that isn't using good form with their blocking technique, then you want to attack them, because it's probably, if you aren't using good form with your blocking, then it's really going to be at a disadvantage, because the ball's going to probably drop and it's going to be on your end.
And I'm kicking myself right now because yesterday Coach Lawler was kind enough to email me the full roster of coaches she has from the very bottom ranks of her program, the junior high level, all the way up through her varsity assistants. And correct me if I'm wrong here on air, but Coach Peterson, our assistant coach, you might consider him akin, Jake, to an offensive coordinator, in as much as sometimes he will call out placement where he wants these young women to try to put the serve.
Yeah, you'll see. It's kind of fun if you can watch him on the sidelines, because he kind of like a baseball pitcher, putting the glove up to his face when he's talking to the catcher. You'll see Matt Peterson put a little plastic board on his hand as he calls his serves out to his players on the sideline. Of course, he calls the games. He just has them try and hit specific serves. Of course, they've been working a lot in serves in practice lately.
And let's talk about another thing when it comes to serve. Our service return is something I think Coach Lawler, the entire season so far, we're about maybe a quarter, a third of the way through, has really wanted to work on and talk about the importance of service return in terms of being a competitive winning volleyball program.
After Kelly Walsh, I was talking to her, she said in the third set in the huddle that she said, I know they're going to ask me about what we need to work on, and it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be service return. And that's, you can see that when, like 6-0 lead, for example, if you can't return the serve, then of course you're not going to get the points, and that can result in an ace. But if you can return the serve, but it just doesn't go where you want it to, you can't get a good placement on your setter, it's really going to put you on your heels to start the match.
It's a lot like perhaps in baseball. If you don't hit the cutoff man, you're not going to throw a lot of base runners out. It's a fundamental, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Folks, this has been, as we've discussed, at the varsity level, as you may have noticed if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. And by the way, you can still go to k-9radio.com. What we've got going is very exciting products at Cook Brothers, in as much as all of our many affiliates and stations. You can go to mylocalradio.com. You can also go to k-9radio.com, but mylocalradio.com is perhaps easier to remember, and you can check that out, a number of programs. But Jake, we're now knotted at 18. It was, I believe, a nice rally here by the JV Lady Red Devils.
Yeah, when we first checked in, it was 16-10 in favor of Evanston, and it looks like that.
Oh, excuse me. I was looking at the guest the whole time, the wrong way around. Yes, the Lady Braves, I should say, with the rally.
Yeah, the Lady Braves had to come back. Evanston was holding a 6-point advantage. Now the Lady Devils are back up by 1.
That's a lesson for you, folks. Don't try to broadcast a game when you're still kind of in your setup mode looking here. But hopefully the Lady Red Devils can hang on and force a decisive third match here, as we're knotted at 19 at the JV level. And again, a number of these girls, at least for the Lady Braves, will see some at least sparing action at the varsity level. And of course for Coach Lawler's program, Jake, this is the future.
Yeah, I think while you were setting up that, Lady Devils actually won the second set, so this is the decider.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, okay.
I believe it is the third set, but yeah, you got a couple of girls that play on this JV team who already play in the varsity. Of course, they're not playing right now because the coaches, they want to keep them fresh for the actual varsity match.
Right.
But you'll see Caitlin Freeland and Paige Nixon play outside hitter and middle blocker respectively in that first set, and then the second set they come out because you never know if that second set's going to become a third set. So they play one set, and then it kind of switches over to a lot of juniors and sophomores and one freshman, and is Wagstaff. You get a lot of variation. If you look at the Lady Devils, you see a lot of a very long bench, and Coach Peterson, who does the JV head coaching, really rotates. Each player has a specific set that they'll usually play. Of course, Vanessa Ramirez, she plays all three at libero, being the only one designated as libero. But you get a lot of looks. You got
an exciting match here at the JV level, as we're going to try to work through some feedback difficulties here. Appreciate our producer giving us a heads up on that. We are our perspective, Jake, up here in the overhead flat. And this crowd getting after it here at the JV level. You know it's going to be ramped up even more when the varsity girls take action.
This is a good crowd right here. We only have one side of the bleachers pulled out, but they're a nice set of bleachers, got lots of room for people, and you'd figure it's going to fill up a little more before varsity actually starts.
Going to tweak our equipment here as we're getting some of that background noise that's evidently coming on our broadcast. But the nice drive up here, my first trip from the Evanston area up to Afton, and really, Jake, you were making the point, a lot of folks who, like myself until about 2 months ago, didn't know as much about the ins and outs of Wyoming. If you're judging Wyoming only on I-80, you're really missing out on a lot of splendor and nature's majesty.
Yeah, Yellowstone isn't located on I-80, so you're missing that completely. But even Star Valley, I think it's a great place. I mentioned you on the way up, this the way this place looks very similar to where I grew up in Montana. And I appreciate you on I-80, that's what I think, because man, I wish I could just see a tree about right now.
I'm sorry, say that again, Jake?
Well, I said just sometimes when I'm driving on I-80, I just think, man, I wish I could just see a tree. And
right.
Of course, that wasn't a problem today.
Gotcha. Well, an exciting end here looks like to this JV decider as Evanston trying to come back, trailing at 23-20. We'll have our starting lineups for varsity coming up momentarily. And this varsity contest, of course, we want to thank all of our fine traditional sports sponsors and our in-game sports sponsors, including the UNM Physical Therapy School Board. Dr. Mark Brinkerhoff and his fine team back there in Evanston brings you the scoreboard, which if you're watching on mylocalradio.com is going to be in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. That home number on the left will be tonight the Lady Braves of Star Valley, and on the right will be, of course, your visiting Lady Red Devils. And we also want to thank Dr. Sean Grohl with Comprehensive Family Dental. He and his fine team will bring you the opening serve in each game or set. Well, it looks like it's match point here for the Lady Braves, 24-21 at the JV level, and see if Evanston can hang on or if we're going to move on to varsity action momentarily. Now, Jake, it's interesting. Traditionally, the volleyball is just a white ball, but here in the high school ranks, I've noticed that they like to play with that kind of that red, white, and blue patriotic ball.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, it depends on the school. A lot of times, if your colors are purple and gold, you may play with the purple and white ball.
And we do apologize for the feedback, folks. We're working on that. But our system here, for whatever reason, is not really working with us too much. We'll see if that improves things or not. Tweaking it a little bit, but yeah, I guess you can, whatever color ball you want, Jake, you can, as long as it's the right size and has the right amount of air in it, not really that important, is it?
Yeah, I couldn't actually tell you the dimensions of the volleyball, but yeah, like you said, as long as it has the right size and as long as it's not distracting. Of course, in baseball, you always got to worry about if you're wearing a long-sleeved white shirt, you always think about
for the batter's eye.
Yeah, you can't mess with that, but that doesn't matter in volleyball.
We've got at least 15 minutes until we get going. We'll try to work through some of these audio feedback issues. And Alana, I appreciate your text. If you can let me know if this adjustment I've made makes any difference, I'd certainly appreciate it. And taking a look at projected starters first for your visiting Lady Red Devils. Jake, let's take a gander at who might be out there this evening as we dip down to interclassification affair, 4A against 3A, one of the old rivalries in this part of Wyoming. Star Valley hosting your Lady Red Devils of Evanston.
Well, we're not sure who's going to be libero specifically, but we got a pretty good idea. It's either going to be Michaela Callis or Jessie Mitchell.
Let's flip a coin.
If I would have to guess right now, I would say Jessie Mitchell's going to get it today at libero and then put Michaela at defensive specialist. And I know Tara, she likes to mix it up a lot with those two because they've both shown the ability to play that position, and it's still early. You got to put them out. And I want to say Michaela played libero the first time against Star Valley, so that would be why I'd say I think she's going to give Jessie the libero jersey today.
And if libero, Jake, is like the designated hitter in baseball, it's something you tap, you designate one girl, one young woman for that role, and that person is locked in for that whole match. Is that correct?
Yeah, and they're the one person that can freely substitute, so you'll see a little bit of some strange substitutions at times because you just got to keep the rotation correct, and sometimes it requires a double substitution to actually get that libero where you want it. But of course, libero is always going to be in the back row, never play in an attacking position, can't go across that middle line that you see.
And when they hit it, they have to
stay below the actual line of the net, so they got to essentially stay on the ground when they attack, if they rarely do.
Gotcha. Now the rest of our starters this evening, who do you think we're going to have out there?
Well, we'll have Michaela Callis playing a defensive specialist, back row only role, and also joining him in that back row only is going to be our setter, the senior Kaylee Horton. And then when we look at some front row only players, our first rotation Outside hitter, of course, going to play all the way around, Ashley Thornock. And middle blocker, also going to start that first rotation most likely and play all the way around, is Brene Sanders. And then we got Caitlin Freeland playing that second rotation outside hitter. Paige Nixon, the junior, playing that second rotation middle blocker. And then on right side, we got a couple of good athletes in Lexi Bound. And then Allie Barker, who's going to start this game, I would guess, in the back row playing center. And then, of course, when she rotates to the front, she'll become that other right side hitter.
And I know, Jake, like myself, you're a big basketball fan, and you have more time here and a full season under your belt with the Red Devils and Lady Red Devils. And Allie Barker can really excel and does quite well at Dr. James A. Naismith's game, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely. And head coach for the girls, Scott Ehlers, he must feel grateful to have a player her talent on his squad, because he can pretty much put her anywhere. He can put her in the post. He can have her control the ball. He can have her get some rebounds, get some block shots. She's really an all-around player who can create her own shot and even go into the lane and draw fouls when she needs to. And she's an excellent foul shooter.
Folks, I'd imagine some of you are listening to us while perhaps taking a walk outside, maybe doing a little gardening. Jake, it's just been tremendous weather the last couple of days, and at least through Thursday, we've got just some A-plus, dial-it-up Honolulu Chamber of Commerce type weather. Some fantastic stuff, because I know Old Man Winter in Wyoming, he's always right around the corner.
Oh, absolutely. And as I was driving up early Friday morning to Casper, of course, I saw some of the snow before it melted. I think you were up. Did you go up on Thursday?
I did, and as I drove up on Thursday between Rollins and Casper, I wouldn't call it for Wyoming a snowstorm, but certainly for an old hayseed from Metro Atlanta, that was something that I've only seen a handful of times in my life, and I know around here it's just a total laugh-off.
Oh yeah, it was just a little dusting. I called over to Casper to see how the weather was, and I was like, how are the roads? Like, they're fine. It's just a dusting. It's just going right into the ground. So that was good to hear, because I certainly didn't want to have a real snowstorm to deal with in September. And I'm glad that, that next day on Friday, by about 3 o'clock, it was in the 60s already. So it really just kind of came. It was just a little reminder that winter's just around the corner.
I think in Wyoming you probably, what do you average, 10, 12 good snows per winter, maybe more than that. I can kind of measure my life growing up largely in the southeast, breaking it into 5 or 6 different periods. I'm about 40 years old. Snowstorm every 7 or 8 years that's actually memorable. And I know to folks around here that's quite laughable. So right now, though, folks, whether you're a long-time Wyomingite or a newcomer, or a guy from Montana like you, but you've got to appreciate this weather. In fact, folks, I kid you not, as we walked in, looked like the boys and girls swim team were out in their swim trunks, just kind of chilling outside here at Star Valley and soaking in some rays.
Yeah, that was, I think it was some of the swim team, and then some cross-country runners coming back from their run. I saw a few buses. I don't know, it looked like there was some other event going on in town. But certainly it was summer weather for at least one more day and perhaps one more week.
Taking a look here, and again, these starting lineups are unofficial so far, as we'll try to get the PA to give us the official ones here momentarily. But we've got about 12, 13 minutes before our first serve. But taking a look here at some of these players for the Star Valley Lady Braves, who nearly got us a couple of weeks ago, Jake, in Red Devil Gymnasium. I remember the Kazir sisters were pretty good. You got Chloe is a 5'7" senior, and Emily a 5'5" sophomore. Some good bloodlines there genetically for the Star Valley Lady Braves with the Kazir family.
Yeah, I thought those Kazirs were good, but really, as I'm remembering from last week, whether it was Kennedy Brogue, one of the Kazirs, Shawnee Dance, Morgan Dana, they all played solid defense, and none of them were afraid of just jumping down on the floor and getting a great dig.
Yeah, I really think it's a solid, well-rounded team. I didn't see anybody that was a standout superstar, but you didn't see anybody that was a weak link either. It's just a solid team. And again, as you've pointed out, Jake, this is 4A versus 3A, but the difference in enrollment here is a lot closer, certainly, than it is between Gillette and Evanston. So this is more of an even match enrollment-wise, even though it's an inter-classification affair instead of an intra-classification clash.
Yeah, you get the top 3A school and the third smallest 4A school, and there's really hardly any difference between Green River and Riverton and EHS when it comes to enrollment. So, it's kind of I think it serves as a great non-conference meet because you get, like we said, doesn't count on your record. It maybe gives you some time to work on things, but you're also not going too far down in competition that it's hard to get up for this match.
Got a little bit of time here, Jake, to talk about the festivities that are coming up this week at Evanston High School. And of course, that's homecoming, and it's kind of neat to have golf at home with the Evanston Invite. We've also got a fine cross-country meet over at the hospital there in Evanston. Of course, the football game, the parade, homecoming king and queen. A really neat week of athletics and other activities for Evanston High School.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to have to go to the Thursday night pep rally as opposed to the Friday afternoon one because, like you said, there's so much going on Friday. You got golf, the second round, essentially their last meet before they go to state. And then you got cross country at the state hospital, which that's very exciting for that team because they haven't had a home meet since 2009 when they hosted conference.
And of course, you have a situation with a golf team. Ehlers, I believe, is a fine golfer, one of our top basketball players, and one of the things that's pretty neat about Evanston and probably Wyoming across the board is that even at the highest classification, you have a situation where kids are playing multiple sports most generally.
Yeah, Brock Ehlers is an excellent basketball player. He was really that number 2 offensive option along with Alec Johnson for scoring last year. And he's going to be relied upon to be a heavy scorer and probably do some defending in the post as he's one of the tallest players despite also being mostly playing that off-guard position last year.
As you can see, if you're watching on mylocalradio.com, you've got, about 8.5 minutes until that horn will sound and a few more minutes until our opening serve, brought to you by the fine practice of Dr. Sean Grohl, Comprehensive Family Dental. They've provided quality family dentistry since 1998. UNF Physical Therapy's got you covered with the scoreboard, upper left corner of your screen, and Independent Software Solutions, our Kill sponsor. And Jake, a lot of folks may have the impression that I did just until a couple of weeks ago. A kill in volleyball doesn't have to be a hard spike slam. It's just a winning point. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's a good thing too because you see some players that really specialize in that tip over as opposed to that big swinging, what you call a spike. It doesn't matter how you get it on the ground without anyone returning. All that matters is that you do.
It's just like in baseball. One team could hit 3 home runs. The other team could scratch across, manufacture 4 runs. And at the end of the day, they're going to look up on that scoreboard and see who has more points. Same thing in volleyball. Allie Barker, who's just, I think, a highly intelligent athlete. I love how she does that fake set and then just touches it across the net 3 or 4 times, it seems, per match.
Yeah.
And more often than not, it is a successful kill. It's like a thief in the night, an assassin.
Yeah, my favorite is when she actually does it just behind, when her body's completely turned away from it and she just goes completely behind her back with it. I think that's a great move. It was something that I think I mentioned before our senior setter last year, Kim Derrick, would occasionally do just to catch the defense off guard. So I think Allie probably got it a little bit from her.
And again, both these sports, basketball and volleyball, Jake, played on the same court. It's really akin to a no-look pass in hoops, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Occasionally you can overuse it, as Coach Lawler would say last time. I don't want her using it too much, referring to Kim Derrick, but when she does, if she picks her spots, it's very effective.
You're right. I think flashy plays in any kind of sport, if they work, they look great. If they backfire, you can look like a chump out there, especially in basketball. A no-look pass, you've got a number 1, it's got to be accurate. Number 2, your teammate, if you're a point guard, has got to be ready and looking for that orange.
Yeah, and with this set, you got to make sure you got the right placement, because if you don't, of course, what's going to happen is it can actually work as a set for the other team and really just set them up. I think I saw that one time where in one of our first matches, it was an accidental set over the net, and that right side hitter just saw it coming and just spiked it down. It was essentially an assist for our setter to that other team. So you got to make sure you got good placement on it. Don't put it too high.
Like real estate, Jake, location. About 110, 100 miles from here, Jackson, Yellowstone area. Something that's a shack out in the Uintah County hinterlands is worth 100-fold what it is in the 82930 just because of where it is.
Yeah, and now that you say that that just took away from one of my keys of the game that we'll get to here in a minute.
Uh-oh, a little harbinger there, a little foreshadowing as Hibbert's keys to victory coming up in just a very few minutes. Again, folks, AP Herald here alongside Jake Hibbert of the Uintah County Herald. He's their fine sports editor, going to provide some color as he's done several times already this season. Alana Perry is our producer this evening, and our videographer, our cameraman, our lady, we hope to have one of the JV girls up here soon to help us out with that. And a nice gymnasium here, Jake. This is your first trip, my first trip to this high school, and it's a nice looking facility, and they've done a good job of putting their championship banners around to add a little decor.
Yeah, this looks like the Boston Celtics when you look at all those banners up there. I really like that it's got 3 full courts to practice on. That's got to come in great in basketball season. You can probably you split up your JV varsity on one side, have your freshmen, sophomores on another. I think that would be great. I think that'd be something that Evanston would really like to have, is a couple courts all in a close location as opposed to having to go from one school to another.
Yeah, I was talking when I first took the job with Cook Brothers with our fine IT man, Jaron Dennis there at the high school, and he was talking about how really they love their facility, but if they had a wish list, right at the top of it would be some extra basketball courts.
Yeah, top of my wish list would be a domed football stadium because I don't like the snow. But yeah, if we're looking at functionality over luxury, absolutely. Having an extra basketball court would come in very handy. You know, you see it even like Mountain View or Lyman, they both have, Lyman has 2 gyms right next to each other, as does Mountain View, I believe. And that works great. You can have a JV game over there. You can have a girls JV in one game, boys JV in another, or as opposed to in Evanston, we usually run the boys JV over at EMS and then have the girls JV at the high school.
Now, Jake, I've heard, both from when I was talking to Jaron and some other folks, that is a more than hypothetical possibility that K-Fackel Stadium was designed to put a dome on, but of course, the price tag that I've heard, and I haven't investigated this with any degree of seriousness, between $5 and $10 million. But if the money's there, it's actually possible.
Yeah, maybe you and I should go out after we get back and try and drill for some more of that black gold.
Do you think the Hibbert Dome has a pretty, K-Fackel Stadium at the Hibbert Dome has a pretty good ring to it?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. No, I guess the way it was built was that there was always the possibility to do that. And of course, I joke about that, but if the money came into it and they were able to dome that football stadium, I would not be complaining because I'd be just fine with 68-degree weather and football games all year long.
Hibbert there in his shorts, flip-flops, T-shirt, and sunglasses, watching the Red Devils get after it. All right, well, Jake, we got 2.5 minutes to that horn. Let's take a look at your keys to victory. What do the Lady Red Devils have to do to come in here tonight and get the season sweep over a very talented 3A homestanding Lady Braves team of Star Valley?
Well, I got 2 of them, and they're interconnected, as are most things in volleyball. You got to have an all-around good game to get one thing done. But the first thing is quick volleys, because last week when we saw Star Valley play, the longer a volley went on, I really think the advantage went more and more to the Lady Braves side. Because, like we said, they have those excellent defenders that will just dive around and not let any long volley go hit the ground on their side if they can do anything about it. So they kind of can wear down this Lady Red Devil attacking offense.
So what you're saying there, like in baseball, they say the longer the at-bat goes, the more the hitter has an advantage.
Yeah.
And so we're like the pitcher, need to finish them off early.
Yeah, exactly. And going with that point, going right into the second one, like you said, doesn't matter if it's real estate, business, or in this case volleyball, it's all about location, location, location. And when I say that, what I'm referring to is whether it's serve return or just back row defense, our returns have to not just be there, but they need to be returning to a spot that puts the setters in good position to get our attackers into a spot where they can really end a volley quick. Because, if we see too many returns that are halfway shanked and result in another bump and another bump over, it really goes the advantage to Star Valley.
Gotcha, and I'll let you elaborate on that as I huddle here with our camera operator, who talk a little bit about the importance of placement actually on the serve itself.
Okay. Well, we saw a little bit of just kind of free serving against the first tournament in Cokeville. They weren't really given specific locations until that Cokeville match when Coach Peterson and Lawler started calling every single serve. And that was zones, what they were calling in there, whether it's zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, 4, 5, or 6. Well, last week in practice, the coaches really started putting an emphasis of, I don't just want it in one of these 6 zones. I want you to hit a specific spot in a specific zone. And I don't know if we talked about this before, but the coaches actually started laying out trash cans in certain spots, and it's like, okay, serve it into that trash can.
It's like a quarterback who wants to go from 9th grade maybe to varsity over the course of a summer. He gets us out there, works his tail off, throwing through the tires.
Through the old tire, yeah. And as I was talking to Coach Lawler, she said that really helped because the players started getting to the point where if they hit the trash can, they were disappointed because they didn't actually get it inside.
Well, that's some pinpoint precision right there. We'll try to catch the precise starters here. And we want to thank Allie Hawk, our fine camera operator today, JV ranks of this excellent Evanston Lady Red Devils volleyball program. And right now, folks, coming up, we're going to have our nation's national anthem. See if we can capture the sounds of that for you here on mylocalradio.com and also on the Big Dog 99.1 FM KNYN. And a tremendous job done by some students here in Afton, Wyoming at Star Valley High School with our nation's national anthem. Should have our starting lineups here. Pretty cool to have that retractable American flag.
Yeah.
Jake up there.
Yeah, and it looks like I called it right. Jesse Mitchell will be wearing that libero white today. So we're going to have Renee Sanders starting out at that middle blocker position. And she's going to be joined by Ashley Thornock, that outside hitter. Of course, our right side hitter is going to be Lexi Bound, but she's not called right now. We've got our defensive specialist, Michaela Callis. There's Lexi Bound. Paige Nixon's going to start out in that back row playing middle blocker. It'd probably be subbed in for Jesse Mitchell at libero. Allie Barker is going to be starting out at setter, then move up to right side when she gets to the front.
That's a look at your starters there for Evanston. And it's now time for some volleyball. I do apologize for the background audio. I don't know what's going on with our equipment, but we're really picking up some background audio tonight. Well, it's time for the Lady Red Devils and the Lady Braves to get after it, Jake. The Lady Red Devils in our road reds with the black shorts, the white trim on the jerseys. The Star Valley Lady Braves all in black, trimmed in gold. We're ready for some volleyball here as the preliminary handshakes beneath the net, if you will, get going. And it's very important for both these clubs to get off to a fast start, but I think especially so, Jake, for us on the road, losers of two hard-fought matches to some powerful Casper teams, our confidence possibly a little shaken. It'd be nice to get off to a hot start.
I think you're right there with getting off to a quick start, and on top of having maybe a little bit confidence shaken, we just saw that when we played Star Valley last week. If we got down, we weren't really able to come up. We had to start out with the lead, maintain it, and that was what happened in all three of those sets.
Jesse Mitchell, as Jake mentioned, your libero tonight, means Michaela Callis will have her regular uniform on, number 8, 5'5". Jesse's about 5'1", and Michaela, as she so often does, is back to serve with our comprehensive family dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, first serve. Dr. Sean Grohl, comprehensive family dental, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. We're ready to rock and roll here in beautiful Afton. Michaela pops it across the net. There's a high bump right at the net. Some action. Will touch it down on the other side, and I believe that's Thornock with the Independent Software Solutions kill. We lead on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard, 1-0.
I'm not sure. It looked like it just both were trying to block it at the net, and Ashley got it to go her way.
So Michaela, see if she can get that magic right arm to give us 2 points in a row. She'll pop it across middle part of the court. Nice bump, nice set, going for the kill. And Michaela will pop it across on a one-touch. They'll set it up there and touch it back across. Nice bump there. Jesse with the second touch, and then Michaela with the third hit off her hands. And Jake, we're knotted at 1 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard here very early in game 1.
Yeah, that was just a mistake early on by Michaela. She sure didn't mean to put her hands at that sort of angle, but it just kind of came out that way.
Savannah Lucero back to serve, and I believe they're going to give that an ace.
That's what you call the old stop ball. She went to dive for it, and it just ended up getting right in between her hands.
And I apologize, that's Emily Kazir. I was looking at the JV roster, which is interspersed with this roster. Kazir will serve it across again, and we'll look to pop it across with Thornock, who does so. And this ball will be played into the middle of the court, and Thornock returns on a one-touch. Pop it up near the net with this set, going for the kill opposite side, and off our Michaela Callis. It's now 3-1. The Star Valley Lady Braves with an early lead.
That was Morgan Dana with the kill. She really went after a good spot there. Michaela Callis tried to dive and get it, but just couldn't get there in time.
Emily Kazir to serve again. Does so to Callis, who bumps it, will set for the kill attempt from Ashley Thornock, who delivers that Independent Software Solutions kill. It's now 3-2 as we regain service on the Evanston side. Now meet Brene Sanders, our middle blocker, stands 5'6", and she'll pop it across with the right hand middle part of the hardwood. And here comes the kill attempt, and into the net though goes that attempt by Morgan Dana, and we're knotted, Jake, at 3 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
That was Dana's first attacking error of the day. She's been doing really good very early in this match.
Sanders pops it across. There's the bump, the set, and the kill attempt. Michaela Callis will pop it back across the net on one touch. Go for another kill. Will the Lady Braves and Callis again there to dig it out. We'll get it to Thornock. Thornock's ball is deflected, but she does get the kill off the outstretched hands of a Lady Braves defender. It's now 4-3 Evanston, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Renee Sanders serves this one into the net. That's an unforced error, and Jake, we're knotted at 4.
I think Michaela Callis, she's let a couple get by her, but she's done a good job against some hard hits, just keeping the ball in play.
This will be Lindy Moore with the serve, and there's the bump by Thornock, who gets it back for a kill attempt. Nice dig by their libero. And at the net, we block it and get the point as Thornock up there to help the Lady Red Devils retake the lead on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard 5-4. Would you give that a kill, or is that simply a block?
That's a block right there, and you always say Thornock coming in with the Thornock, but I have yet to hear you say the Thor block.
I like it. That'll be reserved for Hibbert. That's his line. And there is a block at the net, maybe not by a Thor block, but let's give that block to our number 21, Paige. I am not a crook. President Nixon, 6-4, 2-point lead, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. The Lady Red Devils on the road. Serving for us, number 32, Kaylee Horton. Some action at the net. Nice dig there by our Michaela Callis, and the Thornock goes long as Ashley hammers that one out of bounds. Give the point, Jake, to the Lady Braves. 6-5, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. We're up 1.
That's going to happen. Is coming out from attacking from that far out.
Kennedy Jenkins, the libero with the serve, will set it up for Thornock, and that one almost a winner, but a great dig by their libero. Back to our side, we'll set it up again for Ashley, who brings it hard. The libero again digs it out. Action at the net here, popping it across. And here's our set again for Ashley's third time to charm. It is indeed 7-5, and that Independent Software Solutions kill delivered by Ashley Thornock, who's back to serve.
She went right after Lindy Moore, the junior defensive specialist right there, and she just couldn't do anything.
Nice looking serve by Thornock, just barely cleared the net. They could do nothing with it. It's now 8-5. UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard, and our all-state selection a year ago as a sophomore, junior now. Beautiful serve right down the line, tough to handle. And at the net, that point will go to the Lady Red Devils, and Thornock, who's usually most valuable, Jake, up front, is now valuable as a server in the back. 9-5, a timeout on the floor. Timeout with the score on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston 9, and the homestanding Lady Braves 5 on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog, KNY 99.1 FM, and live online at mylocalradio.com. We will be back right after this, if I can get my mouse to move.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference. Because we are where you are.
Tell you where we are, folks, is in beautiful Afton, Wyoming. Back to live action, and the point again goes to the Lady Red Devils 10-5, and the hot hand with the serve is Ashley Thornock, Jake.
Was that a carry-in? Could our camera people see that? What was the call on that?
Did you see a carry on that, ladies? For the point, we'll find out here in a second. We've got some action at the net. This one, though, is going to go to the Lady Braves. It's now 10-6 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
That was a good run. You got four fantastic serves out of Ashley.
You'll take that every single time. And now back to serve the Lady Braves, and Thornock will get the bump, will get it across with a hard kill attempt, and they'll save it and just pop it back across the net. Back here to Thornock, who will bump it up toward the top of the net. A kill attempt is blocked nicely and dug out of there by the Lady Braves. We'll set it on the right side. Look to bring the hammer, dug out nicely by the Lady Braves. Some action at the net. That ball still in the air. A great volley here in volleyball on the Big Dog. And a nice touch kill there by our number 24. That's her specialty, Allie Barker. We talked about that pregame. She gets it there, Jake.
Yeah, and that was a long volley, and that was a good way to. That was as good a time as any for Allie to pull that out, because you just want to get a kill somewhere.
Independent Software Solutions brought you that kill, and that's followed by an ace by Jesse Mitchell, the libero. Good things come in small packages with Jesse, and it's served into the net, 12-7. We now lead it by 5 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. Some substitutions on the Star Valley Lady Braves side. Kennedy Brogue is back to serve. Brogue with her right hand across the net. Mitchell will bump it and will attack the net. Nice block there by the Lady Braves. Barker will touch it across and get that kill again. Back-to-back finesse kills.
Well, that wasn't your favorite move right there with the set, but it was kind of the same idea there, where you just kind of lofted it over there, kind of like a knuckleball.
Independent Software Solutions bringing that to you on that little knuckle kill, if you will. Barker does serve. This one back on our side. Barker sets it up beautifully, and with the kill, the little pass from Barker to Lexi Bound, and Bound with that Independent Software Solutions kill has us doubling up the Lady Braves 14-7 UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard.
That was a good set by Allie. Her body language said she was going to Freeland, but she set it the other way.
Some action at the net. This one is drilled way long by the Lady Braves, and it's now 15-7. Evanston on top by 8. Barker's on a roll with a serve. She gets it across the net. They'll set it up and look for the kill, but we've got, I believe, a violation. Yep, we do on the net, at the net.
Yeah, it hit
the Lady Braves.
It hit the foul pole, if you will, over there, so it was out of bounds.
You know, when I played baseball, I never hit the foul pole. I'm not coming anywhere close with my not even warning track power. Barker, though, will serve this one into the net, and even though that's an unforced error, 2 or 3 of their points have come in on forced errors, and really the competitive points we've dominated here, leading 16-8 on the UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Yeah, Evanston's done a good job attacking, and that's where they're superior out of these two teams.
Chloe Kazir will serve it across. Thornock with the bump, and Thornock will just have to pop this one across as the set not too good. And then here at the net, a hard, nasty kill delivered right down the line by their number 8, Morgan Dana. And Miss Dana with a nasty delivery there, and that gets the point and the service back to the homestanding Lady Braves. 16-9, UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard. And the serve comes across. Thornock with the bump. The set right at the net. Little touch kill is short, and that point will stay with the Lady Braves 16-10 as our number 4, Brene Sanders, couldn't connect.
Yeah, just hit it off the wrong part of the hand right there.
The serve is bumped to the net by Thornock, and we'll leave that one short on the kill attempt by Caitlin Freeland, and I think Coach Lawler wants a timeout. We lead it 16-11 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard here on a Lady Red Devils presentation of volleyball, brought to you by Big O Tires on the Big Dog 99.1 FM and at mylocalradio.com. We're back right after this.
Wrecking your car can be a real headache, not to mention the stress. Whether you've had major damage or a fender bender, we can fix it. Let us relieve the stress. We'll work directly with your insurance company and have you back up and running quickly. Plus, we guarantee our work. Stop in for an estimate today. It only takes about 10 minutes and it's free. T-Bar S Body Shop on Technoglass of Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, across from the cemetery. 789-2639.
And T-Bar can certainly fix your car. I don't know if anybody can fix the damage some of these attackers Jake Hibbert doing for the Lady Red Devils. As you mentioned, we've got a big advantage there, especially with Ashley Thornock and Allie Barker doing a good job with her variety of softer side of Sears, if you will, in her kills. The serve, though, goes to the Lady Braves, and there's that touch kill again. The aforementioned Allie Barker, the assassin. 17-11, that Independent Software Solutions kill.
Yeah, it was really just tricked him. Star Valley's going to need to adjust to that and watch her closer.
You've heard of the preacher's son, the only one who could ever reach me. This is the banker's daughter, Michaela Callis, with the serve. And some play at the net, and the kill goes to the Lady Braves. That was Morgan Dana again bringing the hammer. 17 to, I believe, is it 12 now or is it still 11? 12, there we go. I got the 12th point up there. Thought I was going crazy. I already have gone crazy, but I thought I was going doubly crazy. Now the serve for the Lady Braves, Emily Kazir. Emily pops it across the middle of the net. Jessie Mitchell with the bump will set it for a Thornock. It's blocked nicely and kept in play by the Braves. Touch at the net, still in play. Great hustle on either side. They'll push it back across to us. We'll set it for Thornock, and it's delivered way long. That one was airmailed to the Middle East with that Thornock, and that's not an Independent Software Solutions kill. The point, Jake, stays with the Lady Braves.
No, she just got her hand wrong position in there. That's not too much to worry about. She'll figure that out.
Absolutely. 17-13, UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard. Here's another chance for Ashley. Hits this one into the net, but it's kept alive, and the point goes to the Lady Red Devils. Great effort there at the net by our number 14, Lexi Bound. 18-13, I believe, is the score. And we'll serve it across here with Brene Sanders. They'll go for the kill on the far side. Brene will bump it, and we'll set it for Thornock. It's deflected at the net. Great job there. I believe that was their number 3, Kennedy Brugge, and it's 18-14. Evanston by 4 on the UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard here in Game 1.
I'm looking for a varsity number 5. Is that Brugge? No, that's 3. That was number 5 and number 1 right there.
And we'll touch it across the net. Kazir will bump it. They'll touch it and into that foul pole, if you will. That point goes to the Lady Red Devils, 19-14. Getting a little late here in the first game. That's good news, as we're the ones pushing it late. Volleyball is a point game, not an inning game or a clock game. We'll serve it across with our number 32, Kaylee Horton. They'll go for the kill. Great dig bump by Michaela Callis, and then Thornock sends it again too long with the kill, not quite as long as her last errant air mailing, but still beyond the playing court. It's 19-15, UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard. We lead it by 4. The libero will serve it across. We'll bump it with Michaela, and we'll set it for Barker, who touches it across, and that is another winner, another kill brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. And I have only seen us play 4 or 5 times, and I've never seen Allie play this well.
I think she's playing great. It looked like it was out of bounds there. It looked like the defender dove out of bounds. Kind of should have let that one go.
We will serve it across, back on our side now. Some play at the net, and that point goes to the Lady Red Devils as Ashley Thornock continues to serve. We're up 6, 21-15 on the UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard. Thornock gets it across, a nice low serve. And we will set it right side for Allie Barker, who this time, Jake, does her best Thornock impersonation, brings the hammer, 22-15. And we've got another timeout. And we'll go ahead and take it and get ahead of the game here. 22-15, Lady Red Devils by 7 on the UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard on this Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog, 99.1 FM, and at mylocalradio.com.
mylocalradio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Welcome back to live action, and that point will go to Evanston as Ashley Thornock continues to serve. 23-15, Lady Red Devils by 8. UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard. Thornock with the serve. Libero bumps it way into the atmosphere and then pops it back across on the third touch. We will set for the kill on the left side. Nice job defensively by the Lady Braves. We'll set it right side for Barker. Lobs it across, bump nicely. Set again, going for the kill and hit into the net. Kept alive. Some action at the net. We'll bump it. We'll set it and deliver the kill on the left side. Caitlin Freeland gets us, Jake, to game point. 24-15, UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard.
That was a good example of a benefit of running the 6-2. Of course, Allie Barker not designated as the setter right now, but the ball went to her on the right side, and she was able to set up Freeland very nicely for the kill there.
I can't emphasize enough how well the Lady Red Devils are playing here, folks, as we look to close out game one. Thornock lobs it across with the serve. Nice bump set, look for the kill, deflected at the net. They'll again go for the kill this side and get it as they stay alive to the Lady Braves. 24-16 on the UNM Physical Therapy scoreboard, but this one, barring a minor miracle, shall go the way of the Lady Red Devils. We'll just have to wait the final score.
A lot harder to come back in matches like this when you got rally scoring.
And pop it across the net. And some action at the net, and that one will go to the Lady Braves, 24-17.
We'd like to see them finish it off quickly right here, not drag it out, I would think.
Shania Warren, I believe, wears number 5 at the varsity and JV level. She serves it across, and a sloppy return there by us. That was Renee Sanders who had it hit off her hand awry. 24-18, but again, folks, no panic. We're up big here in this rally scoring affair. And we'll set it on the right side. And bringing the hammer with the kill there. Was that?
That was Allie Barker.
Allie
That
Barker.
was setter setting setter right there.
And that's only appropriate that we finish this game off with an Allie Barker Independent Software Solutions kill and get the victory 25-18 in game one. We're caught up on our breaks. We'll keep it right here during the intermission, Jake. And I was very impressed. I'm nowhere near the volleyball expert that you are, but I've seen us play now 4 or 5 times and was super impressed with our attack and the balanced attack between those Thornocks and the assassin, Allie Barker, with an array of moves. She had her traditional soft, no-look, almost lob attack. She had a mid-range kill. She had a couple of hammers. Very impressive for the Lady Red Devils here, coming out early, jumping on top, winning game one on the road in Afton.
Allie did do a great job in that set, and I thought that in the last game that we had against Kelly Walsh, if there was a standout, it's hard to look at positives in a straight set loss, but if there was one, I thought Allie looked pretty good. I thought she was played the best of anyone on that day. I thought that Star Valley did an all right job. I particularly liked the rotation when you had the setter Shania Warren and middle blocker Shawnee Dance up front. I thought those two did a good job of trying to mitigate the Evanston attack, particularly against our outside hitters, being Ashley Thornock when that rotation was in play. But in the end, we have the superior attacking offense, and that was able to show through. I thought they did a better job with their serve return, just their back row defense, getting it to the setter. There was a lot more sets in this first set than we saw last week.
And if you're an Evanston fan, you've got to be all smiles. And tell you a guy who can make you a beautiful smile. It's Dr. Sean Grohl of Comprehensive Family Dental. He's provided quality family dentistry since 1998. And in just a couple of minutes, we'll have that initial serve brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental when we get game two going. Again, that UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard, if you're watching on My Local Radio online, is in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. The homestanding Lady Braves in the left. And on the right of that UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard will be your Lady Red Devils and all of our kills. And there were many of them, Jake, in that first game, brought to you by the good folks at Independent Software Solutions. And I know you touched on earlier your keys to victory. Let's reflect back on those and assess how we did in that first game, living up to those keys that you outlined for us.
I didn't think there was a big problem with serve return. Of course, when we were up 24-17, I think it was, maybe it was 24-16, when Brene let that serve just kind of go off her hands. That was one example of the serve return obviously not being there, but I thought overall they did a good job on that. And then as far as getting the location, I thought that was good. I thought we got rallies. There was that one that really went on for a long time until Allie set it over. But I think the Lady Devils did a good job of doing what they need to do.
And you can really call it when it's 24-16. That's essentially that garbage time in basketball. It's almost never going to be a comeback, and so it's human nature to let down a little bit.
Yeah.
But no letdown now. Back with the Comprehensive Family Dental, Dr. Sean Grohl. First serve will be the Star Valley Lady Braves. And that's Emily Kazir standing right in front of us. She'll pop across the net. Mitchell will bump it, will set it, and bringing the hammer for the Lady Red Devils, Lexi Bound. Downtown Bound with that crusher there. 1-0. You win a physical therapy scoreboard. Another quick start, Jake, for the Lady Devils.
Lexi Bound looks excited after that. She rarely gets to hit from her strong side, being the left side as a right-hander. But, of course, before the rotation gets through, she got that chance and took advantage of it.
Michaela pops it across the libero with the bump. They'll set it and just touch it across. We'll set it for a scoop across by Ashley. And they'll set it on the right side, looking for a kill and a net violation on the Lady Braves. No, excuse me, on Evanston. And that's going to make it 1-1 here. You win a physical therapy scoreboard, early here in this game, too. Serving now is Lindy Moore. And we'll get it back across to the Lady Braves side. They'll look for the kill and hit it into the net. That's Kennedy Jenkins coming up short. We'll take that point. 2-1. Lady Red Devils on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. And back to serve for us is Brene Sanders, our middle blocker. Stands 5'6", lofts it across. Jenkins will touch it first and the third time. Deflected at the net. Great block by us. And the libero will hustle it across. Sanders with the bump. And we've got some action at the net and a violation on us, and that'll knot it, Jake, at 2 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Well, I think, I'm not sure what that was, if that was a net or if they said 4 hits, but it looked like Lexi definitely got it over the net, so it must have been a net violation.
The libero with the serve, the Thor knock for the kill, and that one deflects off the basketball stanchion above the playing surface and eventually does ricochet off for an Evanston point. We'll go ahead and give that an Independent Software Solutions kill. 3-2. Lady Red Devils on top. Back to serve for us, Kaylee Horton, our 5'4" senior setter. She'll loft it across, dug out by libero. Kazir will set it on the right side. It's touched across. Barker will bump it, will set it. Action at the net, and that point will go to the Lady Braves, and we're knotted at 3, Jake, on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Competitive game 2 here early.
Yeah, you didn't want to see that right there. The second hit being bumped over by Horton as opposed to getting a set there. Just bad course of events right there, placement.
Shania Warren will serve it. Ashley Thornock on the third touch will bump it across. This one goes awry, but the Lady Braves, I should say, save it and get it back across. We'll set it for Allie Barker. Brings the hammer. That one's deflected for an Independent Software Solutions kill. And our number 24, Allie Barker, just showing you a wide array of kills this young evening.
Well, that's why she plays 2 positions on the court. She can just about do it all.
Nice looking serve there from Thornock. And they will look to bring a hammer kill, but Thornock will bump it back. Will look to kill. Nice dig by their libero. They'll set it for Jenkins, who deflects it into the net, and that point goes to the Lady Red Devils. We now lead it 5-3 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard as Ashley Thornock will again serve. She'll loft this one back to the libero, who pops it high in the air. A couple of Lady Braves collide, and the libero sends it airmail back across, and we will attempt to save this one, but it'll go into the stands way back beyond our inline. That's a point to the Lady Braves. 5-4. UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. A couple of substitutions in here, Jake, as this one is close early on.
Yeah, looks like one of those substitutions, Chloe Gazier, coming in to serve.
Here's Kennedy Brogue will pop it across, and we've got a set, and on the left side, deflected off of us. The kill goes to their number 8, Morgan Dana. And now, Jake, we are knotted at 5 as the Lady Braves here showing some fight, and they take a lot of pride in their program. They're not about to go down easily here in Afton.
Well, Star Valley's going to get a win tonight. They're going to need to take advantage of Morgan Dana being in the front row.
Brogue with the serve will bring the hammer on the left side with Caitlin Freeland, our outside hitter, just a sophomore, just a 10th grader, 5'11". A lot of potential there, and an outstanding player right now. And you can imagine what she'll be like next year and as a senior. And this one is sent 1,000 miles beyond the back line on the kill attempt there by the Lady Braves. We'll take the point 7-5. UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. And our number 1, Jessie Mitchell. The libero will pop it across. And their libero will set it, and they'll just pop it across on the third touch. Will set it in the middle of the court for a long, lofty kill attempt by Brene. They'll go for a more traditional kill and get it on the left side. That's their number 8, I believe, Morgan Dana, a fine hitter. It's now 7-6. UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lady Red Devils by 1.
Just about every time you've been able to call a Star Valley kill today, it's been at the hands of Morgan Dana. She's really their number 1 attacking option, and been about their only attacking option today.
Chloe Kazir serves from well beyond the end line, and it's very successful as Jessie Mitchell sees it goes off her hands and in the wrong direction. We're knotted at 7. UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard, and that number 13 for young Chloe Kazir is anything but unlucky on that serve. So Chloe Kazir will serve it again, and we'll dig it out of there with Thornock cutting ahead of Mitchell. Bring a hammer attempt on the right side. It's touched back across, and a point to Evanston, I believe. Nope, the Lady Braves. They're going to call that point to the Lady Braves on a net violation.
Yeah, and even if that net violation wasn't there, I thought it was some good backup defense by Allie Barker to be there behind their blockers.
Lady Braves with an 8-7 lead. UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Chloe Kazir serves it across. Mitchell with the dig, and Barker over her head returns it. Action at the net, a little deflection. They'll pop it across, but a violation, and that'll even up the score as that point goes to us. 8-8 now on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Back to serve, Jake, for the Lady Devils. That lady, the star of this evening for us, Allie Barker, our setter and right side hitter, 5'8", a senior.
She has been. She's been playing excellent today.
Allie will pop it across middle to Hardwood, dug nicely by the libero, and they'll go for a kill. And on the left side, that's, I believe, Morgan Dana airmailing that kill attempt. We'll take the point 9-8, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard, as Allie Barker will pop it across again. The libero with the dig. They'll set it again for Dana. She'll just touch it, but too short into the net. She hesitated there. Not a lot of confidence, and it showed. We get the point, Jake. 2-point lead, 10-8, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Yeah, and the good news for Evanston is when they eventually do give up this rally that they're on, Morgan Dana will be in the back row.
And that kill, we do finally call another kill. That's number 11, Riley Hatterley, from the right side with the kill for the Lady Braves, 10-9. And that brings up a service opportunity for, I believe, another one of the Kazir sisters. Yes, Emily. And Emily hits it into the net across. That's always a tough service return opportunity. Action at the net deflected. Popped up near the net. Will push it across. They'll set it. And in the middle of the court, go for the kill. And a violation on us at the net. Knotted at 10 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. Shawnee Dance with the kill. Emily Kazir will pop it across. Nope, into the net. That's an unforced service error. 11-10, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lady Red Devils on top by 1 as our number 11, Caitlin Freeland, takes a seat. Michaela Callis into the game. She'll serve center part of the hardwood. Gets it across, bumped nicely. The set on the left side will dig it out of there. Action at the net, deflected off us, and that point is going to go to the Lady Braves. Knotted now at 11 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. This one has been very, very close throughout, Jake, in game set number 2.
This is the 7th tie of the set already. The good news for Evanston is they haven't actually trailed yet.
More ties in this set than in a banker's closet. And we've got a kill attempt by Thornock, but it's handled nicely and returned to our side. And I believe our number 14, Lexi Bound, going to get credit with that kill as she brought the hammer from the right side. 12-11 Lady Devils.
Bound's had a good set. Not a lot of opportunities, of course, being the right side hitter, but she's done well with what she's got.
Little bound in her step, that's for sure. Brene Sanders will pop it across with the serve for us. They'll set it center part of the hardwood, deflected at the net. And that's a violation on the Lady Braves, and that point will go to Evanston, 13-11, as this is a huge lead in this game, a 2-point lead.
Yeah, largest lead so far has been 2 points.
Brene lofts it across and set nicely for a little touch kill attempt, but handled nicely by Evanston, and then a Thor knock from the Evans as Ashley delivers the Independent Software Solutions kill. We are up 3. And now we are back, folks. Do apologize for the audio now, but we should be back here tied at 15 as we get to that point. Knotted at 15 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. We've got number 32, Kaylee Horton, our center, 5'4" senior, will do the honors. She'll pop it across the net, dug nicely by the libero, and pushed across. Some action at the net. The libero for the Lady Braves, and deflected nicely at the net, but kept alive by the Lady Braves. And this one is touched too many times by the young women from Afton. At that point, Jake goes to Lady Red Devils. We're up 16-15 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard.
And officially that's counted as 4 hits on Star Valley, but that was really set up by great blocking on Paige Nixon's part.
The Lady Red Devils with the serve and going for the kill and delivering it way too long. The Lady Braves, or no,
they get the, well, it went out of bounds, but they get the point because it just grazed off of, I believe, Barker's
gotcha.
hands on
Deflected off one of our players. Didn't see that. Good eyes from Eagle Eye Jake Hibbert. Knotted at 16 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. The Lady Braves with the serve. Will dig it out of there with a nice bump by Michaela. Touch it across with one of those little soft kill attempts by Allie. Great play on this side by the Lady Braves. And we'll touch it across with Ashley Thornock. They will set it back up and look to go for the kill. We'll deflect it back on this side and get the kill, as we now lead it 17-16 on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. Getting late here in game 2. Thornock with the serve. Libero bumps it, and they'll go for the kill. We'll bump it nicely, and Barker will touch it across the net. It's kept alive, though, by the Lady Braves. Thornock with the bump will set it, and deflected beautifully by the Lady Braves, as it's now knotted at 17. Chloe Kazir with that fine play, Jake, a Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Yeah, with that Barker's decision to go with that set on the second hit immediately before that happened, and I think I would have liked to seen a setup instead of trying to trick them that time.
We will push it back across on the Lady Braves serve. They will hit this one into the net, and that should be a point for us, and it is 18-17 Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. Jesse Mitchell is in for the Lady Devils, and Paige Nixon at 5'10" is out. Jesse pops it across, and some action with a kill attempt, and just inside the line. Beautifully done there by number 2, Lindy Moore, who knots it at 18.
I think we're at about a dozen ties so far. I'd have to actually count, but we were at 7 or 8 early on, and it's just been keeping close ever since.
Chloe Kazir will serve for the Lady Braves, and a nice kill attempt, and getting the kill is our number 4, Brene Sanders, off that deflection. Brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. 19-18, Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. We lead it by 1, and there's the star of the young evening, Allie Barker, back to serve for your Lady Red Devils. We're in red and black. They're in black, trimmed in gold, and Allie will serve this one, an unforced error into the net, tied at 19. This one has been ultra competitive here in game number 2. Another Kazir sister back to serve, but we've got a timeout on the floor. Tied at 19, Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard here in game 2 on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be back right after this.
Computer too slow? Can't get rid of those viruses? No problem. Hi, this is Wayne Boot, owner of PC Innovations in Evanston, letting you know if there is a problem with your personal or business computer, we have the solution. Stop by today or call us at 307-789-6674. We can handle all your computer needs, from virus removals and cleanups to program installations and data transfers. Whatever you need, we have you covered. That's PC Innovations in Evanston at 789-6674. Call us today and get the service you need. 789-6674.
There's no doubt that PC Innovations offers great service and some great play in this game too, Jake, for both squads. Tied at 19, Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard. Emily Kazir back to serve for Star Valley as we look to close out an exciting second contest in this match.
Just before the set, I figured there had to be a dozen ties. Over the break, I looked it up. We're actually at 15 ties.
Amazingly competitive as Emily Kazir gets it across the net. And we will have Thornock go for the kill and get it. She brings that mid-range kill. It deflects off of Kennedy Brogue, and Independent Software Solutions brings you that one. 20-19, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. We're up 1. Michaela Callis back to serve.
It's a good setup. It's harder to, when you're stuck in that back row, it's harder to get a kill, but if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Thornock.
Michaela has Brogue bump her serve. Action at the net, blocked nicely by Thornock with Jake the
Thor block.
21-19, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston by a deuce. Michaela will pop it across. Nice bump. Set at the net by Emily Kazir. They'll hustle it back across, but long on their third touch. 22-19. Evanston out of the timeout. 3 quick points and 3 points away from taking game 2. Michaela, who seems to have some long rallies when she serves, and she's our starting server generally in a match, gets it across, and it's deflected at the net. Nice job by Ashley, who gets it back, delivers a nasty kill. I mean, that thing came down at about 99 miles an hour. Nothing that Emily Kazir could do, Jake Hibbert.
Well, that was just about placement. When she got that, it was just put up. She didn't have to move her arm at all. She just went straight up and straight down with that one, and the ball just found its right spot at the perfect time.
Thanks to Independent Software Solutions there. We'll take another timeout. Big O Tires of Evanston on the Big Dog and at mylocalradio.com.
Eating, sleeping, breathing, moving. We all do it. It's called living. But as we age, those seemingly mundane daily basics take their toll on our bodies via oxidative stress. Fight back. Supplement with all-natural Pro Tandem, a revolutionary clinically tested plant-based formula proven to reduce oxidative stress by an average of 40% in just 30 days. You take care of your car, your home, your money, but what about you? Supplement with Pro Tandem. Click on the telegram to health that you'll find at any of the sites at mylocalradio.com.
And you may have some oxidative stress if you take one off the face from Ashley Thornock. We're back to live action. Lady Red Devils with a kill on a Thornock from young Ashley. It's now 24-19. Independent Software Solutions bring you that one as game point, Mr. Hibbert.
Yes, Ashley's really getting it going, and her setters are just finding her in the right spot. That was a perfect setup. 2 in a row by Allie Barker.
Michaela with the serve. We're looking for game 2 here. Star Valley pushes it across. Thornock with the bump. They'll get it back to her for the kill. It's deflected at the net. And that point, though, will go to the Red Devils on the deflection. And we will take, Mr. Hibbert, game 2, 25-19. We're a game away from a sweep.
That was 3 straight kills by Ashley Thornock to finish that out. She had a great game. If Allie Barker was the star of set 1, I think Ashley really took over in set 2 offensively.
We'll be back on this Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog KNYN 99.1 FM and at mylocalradio.com to begin our third and hopefully for Red Devil fans, final set.
Deep discounts and free Wyoming lottery tickets, both in one great deal during Chevy Truck Month at Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. Huge factory discounts on a great selection of Silverado half, 3/4, and 1-ton pickups on the lot. And when you buy a new or used car or truck from Castle Rock, they'll give you $100 to $250 worth of free Wyoming lottery tickets. Restrictions apply.
We're Castle Rock.
Buy a new vehicle and possibly win the lotto during Chevy Truck Month. CastleRockChevy.com.
When driving safely is a priority to you, trust your brakes, alignment, front end, and suspension to the team at Big O Tires. A bouncy ride can compromise safety and comfort. A properly aligned vehicle will save wear on your tires and can increase gas mileage. And brakes? Well, we all know how important brakes are.
Hey, this is Wayne down at Big O Tires at 607 West Cheyenne Drive. Proud sponsors of the Evanston Red Devils and the Rich Rebels.
Mention this ad and receive $40 off your next alignment.
Welcome back, folks. We are between games 2 and 3. AP Herald alongside Jake Hibbert of the Uinta County Herald, the fine sports editor. Alana Perry at cruise control for us back in Uinta County. We're up in Lincoln County. Beautiful Afton, Wyoming, Jake. And as beautiful as the scenery is outside, if you're a Lady Red Devils fan, it's just as lovely inside. And I'm talking a 2-game lead, 2-0 here, 25-19 in game 1. That followed a 25-18 in Game 2 and a 25-18 win in Game 1. Pretty consistent effort here so far for the Lady Red Devils.
You can see coming out of the huddle, Coach Tara Lawler looked pretty loose. The players looked upbeat. Obviously, they're holding a 2-0 lead, and they're playing a lot better against the Star Valley team. The defense is really doing a better job than they did last week at tracking that ball off the hands and getting to those digs. And I think that might have something to do with after you play teams like Casper, Natrona, and Kelly Walsh, the ball looks a lot slower coming off the Star Valley defenders.
Dr. Sean Grohl, Family Dental, Comprehensive Family Dental, he's providing quality service since 1998, sponsors our first serve of the game, and that's Michaela Callis, who touches it on this side to try to get it across to Ashley for the kill, but that point will go to begin Game 3 to the Lady Braves. They're still fighting hard. They lead at 1-0 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard, and Emily Kazir will serve it for the home team. She'll pop across middle right part of the hardwood. Michaela will dig it out, and Jesse will bump it across, our libero. Now set it, and some action at the net. Dug out of there nicely by Alexi. And Ashley Thornock will just pop it back across. Looking for the kill on the far left side, and getting it there, number 8, Morgan Dana. And she is their top hitter. 2-0 UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard here. Very early Game 3. The Lady Braves looking for their first win tonight in this 5-game, potentially best-of match. Emily Kazir will get it across, dug nicely on the bump by Thornock. Lexi at the net, looks for the kill, can't get it. Jesse will bump it, will go for a touch kill by Thornock. Played nicely by the Star Valley team, and they take a 3-0 lead with Morgan Dana again getting the kill. 3-0 UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard early here in Game 3.
Haven't seen this yet out of Star Valley. Of course, Evanston's been jumping out to every lead so far. I wouldn't be shocked if Star Valley did come back and take this third set and force a fourth.
Emily Kazir gets it across, some action at the net, and a violation on Evanston makes it 4-0 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Emily Kazir, Jake, with a hot hand here early for the Lady Braves.
Oh, absolutely. She's doing a good job of letting her Braves get the best first attack as opposed to the Lady Devils.
Kazir again gets it across. It's bumped by Callis. Will push it across on the right side with Sanders. They'll go back for the kill with Dana, and she brings the hammer a little bit long, and the first point of the game for the Lady Red Devils makes it 4-1. Evanston down 3, and Brene Sanders is back to serve. Our 5'6" middle blocker gets across the libero with the bump. They'll set it middle part of the hardwood, and getting the kill, that's number 7, Riley Burmester. And 5-1 now on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lady Braves on top.
And I might be going blind. That is a distinct possibility, but I think it could easily be 0-6 right now. I thought that one was in by a half step.
Going for the kill, and a beautiful bump save there by the Lady Braves to ward off the attack from Ashley Thornock. But we'll set up Ashley again, and she'll hit this one into the net short, 6-1. And right now, this third game so far is all Lady Braves.
Yeah, they're coming out. They don't want to go out in straight sets at home.
Lindy Moore with the serve. Action at the net, will bump it across. They'll go for the set for number 9. I believe that's Morgan Dana again. Or is that, no, Dana's 8, excuse me. That's Kennedy Jenkins who gets that kill, 7-1. Evanston down big here early in Game 3. We're going to set up Thornock on the right side, goes for the kill. It's deflected, bumped in the air, and they'll just push it across back to our side. We'll again set Ashley, who goes for the kill, hits off the net, and that point will go to the Lady Red Devils in the violation. We get our second point, 7-2, down 5, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Well, they got a little bit of a hole to climb out. Let's see what happens right here for the Evanston Devils.
Let's see if Kaylee Horton can get us going on that ladder to climb out, and her first serve helps us out as the deflection off the attempted bump goes way off to the right. 7-3 UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
No shock to be calling Kaylee Horton's name for an ace right there.
And Kaylee, will see if she's got a second ace up her sleeve, but this one is short on the serve. 8-3 UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. The homestanding team from Afton Star Valley up 5. Their libero will pop it across. Dug out of there by Michaela. And the set And we set up for a kill for Ashley, and Thornock hammered it home. Independent Software Solutions bringing you that. And we're being doubled up, though, 8-4 here on the UNO Physical Therapy scoreboard early in this game 3.
I want to say that service error by Kaylee was maybe only the 3rd or 4th of the match for Evanston, which is really not bad at all.
Little touch kill at the net by Caitlin Freeland. Makes it 8-5, brought to you by Independent Software Solutions. And that's a nice solution in terms of a rally, Jake. A little touch kill at the net by one of your tall hitters.
Yeah, you got to get your points wherever you can right now, down 3.
Thornock serves it across. They'll touch it back across. Deflected. Great dig out of there by Thornock. We'll pop it across with Freeland. Great dig by their libero. Going for the kill is Jenkins. We'll look to hammer it across. It's deflected at the net, but the point goes to us on the kill by number 11, Caitlin Freeland, 8-6. Evanston down just 2. UNO Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Freeland had a good position right there as the outside hitter, just hitting it off the side of the blocker's hands.
We have some action at the net, and we'll pop it across with Freeland. Their libero with the bump. They'll set it with Kazir to her sister, who pops it across. We'll set it up for Freeland for the attempted kill. It's a nice one, but dug beautifully by the libero. They'll set it up on this side. It's bumped at the net. We'll loft it up and just push it across. And some action at the net with a long attempted kill going awry for Star Valley, and we will take that point. And that's Shania Warren with the errant kill, 8-7. UNO Physical Therapy scoreboard. We've cut it to just 1.
What?
Thornock gets it across. Jenkins goes for the kill, and Kennedy gets it for the Star Valley Lady Braves, 9-7, as Emily Kazir out of the game and back into the game. Riley Hatterley for the Lady Braves, who lead it by 2. They'll serve it across, and Freeland will get the bump. Will go for the kill, but defended nicely by the Lady Braves. And they do get the kill again with their fine number 9, Kennedy Jenkins, Jake, and extend that lead back out to 3, 10-7. UNO Physical Therapy scoreboard, the Lady Braves on top.
Watching them early, like I said, it was just a couple points in. It looked like Star Valley's really could take this 4th set. To Evanston's credit, they're doing a good job to get back into it, but I just wouldn't be. I think Star Valley, barring error, is going to win this set right here.
Shania Warren serves it into the net. It's now 10-8. UNO Physical Therapy scoreboard, we're down a deuce. And Jesse Mitchell will pop it across, just across the net. A nice looking serve. Handled nicely, though, as Jenkins goes for the kill. Nice bump there by Thornock as Freeland will push it across the net. Libero handles. There's the set. Going for the kill at the net. We're going to bump it nicely and set up a mid-range kill attempt for Thornock, who gets it. That's a long-range jumper equivalent there in basketball, just inside three-point land, if you will, on an analogy. Independent Software Solutions brings you that. Thornock with the point, 10-9.
It's hard to do that because you can't put the ball straight down like you'd want to. You got to kind of line drive it over there since you're farther out.
Going for the kill with the Braves. We block it at the net. It's kept alive by Star Valley. They bump it back across. Freeland with the bump will set it back for Caitlin. Deflected at the net. It's still in play and pushed across over a young woman's head by Star Valley. Nicely done. And jumping in there, Brene Sanders, number 4, just at 5'6", getting the kill on middle blocker. And that should, I believe, even things up at 10 apiece. Jesse Mitchell will pop it across the net, our libero. Some action at the net as we'll have a little touch kill attempt by Barker. They handle it well. The libero gets it back across. We'll push it on the right side for Freeland, who hits it into the net, and that gives an 11-10 lead to the Lady Braves of Star Valley.
Well, I said at the beginning that I thought the longer the rally went, the more it would advantage go to Lady Braves. Hasn't really played out this way this set. Evanston's done good with the long rallies.
Brogue with the serve for Star Valley. Will hit it into the net, or excuse me, there's a violation on the Lady Braves, and I'll make it 11-11. So another competitive game here in game 3, Mr. Hibbard. We pulled away late to win game 2. This one knotted at 11 as Allie Barker will serve it. It hits the net. Always tough to handle, but the Lady Braves do a nice job. Deflected at the net, and the point, though, goes to to the Lady Braves. That's the hard-hitting Morgan Dana with the point, 12-11. The home team by 1. You win a physical therapy scoreboard.
Lexi Bound looked like she had a hornet flying around her with that ball, just trying to get it up and get it off me. Someone else get it.
The Lady Braves back to serve. And this is Chloe Kazir. Gets it across, handled by Thornock. We're going to set it for Lexi Bound. Left-handed kill from Lexi. And we are tied at a dozen on the Unit Physical Therapy scoreboard. That kill brought to you by Independent Software Solutions.
Well, Evanston coming back. That's 12-12. This is really going either way.
Michaela Callis with the serve. And some action at the net. They get it across to the Lady Braves. We're going to a little touch kill attempt by Barker. She'll set it this time for Ashley. She brings the Thornock, bringing the Thunder. Independent Software Solutions, our all-state hitter. 13-12 Unit Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lady Devils by a point.
Looks like a different set right now. Evanston looks like it has the advantage. I'd be happy to be wrong about my prediction with Star Valley.
Michaela serves it across the libero with a second touch. They'll go for the kill with Dana, dug out of there nicely by Mitchell. Little touch kill attempt with Sanders, and another kill with a big right-handed hook there. Just slamming it to the ground is number 5, Ashley Thornock. Another Independent Software Solutions kill. We're up to 14-12 Unit Physical Therapy scoreboard. Michaela, who always seems to get us on a roll with her serves, does get it across the net, and this one is served nearly into the, well, it goes bouncing into the 4th row, and that point goes to the Lady Red Devils. A timeout by Coach Leanne Smith of Star Valley, wisely taken. 15-12 on the Unit Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lady Devils on top on a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Red Devils Volleyball, Lady Red Devils Volleyball on the Big Dog and at mylocalradio.com. We're back right after this.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
And if you haven't been over to Old West Design and My Favorite Things, encourage you to do so. And one of my favorite things is a sweep for the Lady Red Devils. They're going for it here on the road. AP Harold alongside Jake Hibbert. Alana Perry running it for us back in the studios in Uintah County. Michaela Callis with the serve. And the Lady Braves look to bring the hammer and do so. The kill deflected off of a couple of our players. That's the fine Morgan Dana with the point, 15-13. We're still up 2, though. Uintah Physical Therapy scoreboard. Emily Kazir Jake will serve for them.
That was an example of the block working against you. Dana was able to just kind of shank it off Alexi Bound's wrist, it looked like, and landed out of bounds on our side.
Emily Kazir with the serve. We'll just pop it back across. A great hustle play there for us to keep it in play. And Dana will push it across. We will set it and just push it across ourselves with Sanders. More of a traditional set for a traditional kill, but hitting it into the net as Dana will take that point, lead it by 3, 16-13. You win a physical therapy scoreboard. Jesse Mitchell is out, and I believe number 21, Nixon. Yes, Paige Nixon, 5'10" middle blocker in there for the Lady Red Devils. Brene Sanders serves it across, and they will pop it across. So the Lady Braves, nice dig out of there by Barker. Thornock goes for the kill, hits off the net, and that's just impossible to handle. The speed and the deflection off the net. Independent Software Solutions kill for Ashley Thornock. We're up 4, 17-13 on the road here in Afton at Star Valley.
That deflection, as long as it goes over the net, it's usually going to work to the hitter's advantage.
Brene Sanders serves it right down the middle of the hardwood, and they'll set it in the middle of the court for a kill. Beautiful dig by Michaela. Ashley will push it across looking for the kill, and on the second deflection gets it. 18-13. Independent Software Solutions kill there for Thornock. We're up 5 on the Uintah Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Looks like Evanston's really started to break that defense that a week ago looked almost unstoppable.
Brene Sanders again lofts it across the libero with the bump. They'll set it with Kazir, and it's handled nicely by Thornock, who gets it back, goes for the kill, but hits it into the net. That point will go over to Star Valley, 18-14. We're up 4. A couple of substitutions as Dana is out, Jenkins is in, Brogue is out for Star Valley, and in is Lindy Moore, who will serve. Sanders will return it on the bump across the net. Action at the net. We'll just push it across the net again, and it is handled by their libero. They'll look to kill, but a nice play by Barker on the bump. Thornock will just loft it back across on the third touch. Skied high on the bump, and on the second touch, it is then set up for a touch across by the Lady Braves. We've got it on our side, knock it across. They'll set it up right at the net, looking for a kill in the middle of the court, and getting it, delivering the hammer. A fine job there. Riley Burmester cuts it to 3, 18-15. Red Devils by 3 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Of course, not facing as fast a hitters as the Casper teams, but I think Michaela Callis is doing a good day, doing a good job tonight, just jumping all around and getting some good returns from the floor.
The serve for the Lady Braves. Callis with the bump will set up middle of the court for Thornock, but a net violation on us cuts it to 2 as the Lady Braves' Lindy Moore serves again, 18-16. Evanston by 2, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. We set it up for the kill attempt for Thornock, who leaves it short into the net, 18-17. And Coach Lawler wants a timeout. We'll take one with her. 18-17, UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lady Red Devils by 1 here on the road. Game 3. Big O Tires of Evanston presentation. Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog KNY 99.1 FM and also online at mylocalradio.com.
Here's a question for you. How do you feel about your smile? Are there things about it you wish you could change? Maybe you can. At Bear River Dental, we want to see your smile, and our unique services can help you get the smile you've always wanted. So be happy. Your perfect smile is just around the corner. Come see us today for your free smile consultation, only at Bear River Dental.
Welcome back to beautiful Afton, Wyoming. If you've ever driven up here, I did it for the first time today, and you're driving up from Evanston, you'll pass under the world's largest collection of elk antlers. A lot of fun, and it's also fun to go for a sweep on the road. We're up 1 late. We'll set up for a kill for Thornock. Deflected at the net, though. That point will go to Star Valley, and Jake Gibbon, a nice rally here by the home team. They've knotted things at 18 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
Haven't been nearly as many ties this set. Been a little bit more one team gets going than the other team does.
We'll set it up for a kill attempt, and bringing the hammer on the right side. Lexi Bound. You get up there, girl, and hammer it home, 19-18. Independent Software Solutions says, Lexi, get on the board.
I have to say, Lexi has to have a pretty good hitting percentage today. Gotten kills on most of her opportunities.
Will serve it across. That's Kaylee Horton with the serve. Star Valley gets it back across. Thornock will push it across. Their libero pops it up. They'll do a set here for Jenkins, and Jenkins gets the kill, deflecting off one of our players, knotting it at 19. A highly competitive game 3, tied at 19. UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. The serve goes to Star Valley.
Who's that libero that we got serving? Jamie Hardy?
I believe so, and we're going to push it across now with Ashley Thornock, and Michaela Callis with a nice dig. Thornock goes for the kill, nicely bumped by the Lady Braves. They'll touch it across, nearly get the kill, but we dig it nicely just off the floor. The libero Hardy will dig it out. They'll set it for Jenkins. We'll set it on the right side for Barker, and a violation on the Lady Braves. The point, Jake, goes to us. 2019 Evanston UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
I think Evanston's really matched the intensity on defense with Star Valley, which has definitely shown a step from a week ago.
Thornock will serve that one just a millimeter long, and we're knotted at the old, was it CBS or ABC that had 2020? That's what we have here on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Playing to 25, got to win by 2. And Star Valley will serve it across, and that one is delivered well beyond the inline, an unforced error. It's now 21-20 on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston by a single point. Jesse Mitchell will serve it across. Nice bump there. The libero will pop it across. We'll dig it out of there with Horton. Set it for Freeland, and it's deflected back to us and off of Freeland's hand under the net. That'll tie things up, Jake, at 21 apiece on the UNF Physical Therapy scoreboard.
That was a good block by Riley Hatterley. She put it right back down at Freeland, so Caitlin just didn't have much of an opportunity to get a return hit.
Kennedy Brogue with the serve. Jesse Mitchell will bump it. Now it's back on our side. Play at the net, deflected. And that is number 8, the fine hitter, Morgan Dana, who gets the kill. And the Lady Braves lead it by 1, 22-21. Brogue will serve it a little bit long. And back-to-back unforced service errors, Jake, for the last 2 points for Evanston, tie it up at 22 unit physical therapy scoreboard.
Yeah, serve is getting a little sloppy as of late on both sides.
Allie Barker will serve for us across on the right side. Here comes the set to Dana, deflected at the net, goes wild, and that point goes to Evanston. Great job of deflecting up top. I believe that was Lexi Bound getting in there.
Yeah, you're probably right. I was looking down. I didn't get a chance to see that.
23-22, Evanston by 1. A timeout taken. We'll keep it right here as we're caught up on our breaks, and this is a break in the action very, very late. And let's put the coaching cap on you, Mr. Hibbert. If you're Coach Lawler right now with a 1-point lead, just need 2 to win, what are your words of encouragement for these young girls?
Have the ball land on the ground on the other side of the court. At this point, Evanston's, I think, doing a great job defensively. I don't think that they're going to be out-hit by Star Valley, so just get a good set off of a good return and looks like Caitlin Freeland's going to be in the front row. Set Caitlin Freeland or Lexi Bound right now and just let one of them get a kill.
So the basketball standout, Allie Barker, back to serve for Evanston. We're in our road reds trimmed in white with the black shorts. They're all in black trimmed in gold. Barker gets it across middle of the hardwood, and the libero Hardy will bump it. Going for the kill is Dana. Great bump save across the net by Thornock. It's on the Lady Braves side, and they'll just push it across with Dana. Deflects off the net. We'll get a little touch kill attempt there. It's back and forth across the net, and the point is going to go in a violation. No, excuse me, to us, 24-22. I was reading that one wrong. This is game point. We get that point. So 24-22, unit physical therapy scoreboard. Barker will push it across. We're going for the match right here. Match point, going for the sweep. The Lady Braves get it back across. We're going to set up a Caitlin Freeland winner, but no, it's bumped nicely by the Lady Braves, and they will bring a kill and just get it inside the line. That's Morgan Dana, who cuts it to 24-23. This is still, though, match point, as in rally scoring, even though they have the serve. If we get this point, we'll sweep them away. Here comes the serve from Kayla Thomas, and we will push it across. Batted across back by the Lady Braves. Thornock goes for a long-distance kill, doesn't get it. That'll set up Dana, who brings a long kill, and it's deflected off one of our players, and that ties it up at 24 apiece.
Oh, I did not see that deflection. I'm not sure who it went off of. I was all ready to call that one a victory.
I thought so too, but I saw the official motion that kind of like you see in baseball, the umpire will rub his hand like a foul ball, a deflection. 24 apiece on the unit physical therapy scoreboard. I'm not sure Coach Lawler saw it either, but the official did, and we're knotted up here, Jake, and we'll go essentially, if you will, to overtime, the equivalent in volleyball, as the winning team in this game 3 will have more, obviously, than 25 points.
Yeah, going to have to get 2 points advantage right here, I guess, kind of like tennis when you get to once you get to 40.
Kayla Thomas, 5'7" junior, middle blocker, outside hitter, wears number 6, will have the honors with the serve. Tied at 24, the unit physical therapy scoreboard. We're in beautiful Afton, Wyoming, in the Star Valley area. And Mr. Hibbert, who's made this drive, or similar drives, at least during the winter months, says if you think it's beautiful now, just wait until get some snow in the ground. Wait, we have a change in the scoring. And that's it.
Yeah.
25-23. So a conference there, a conferral, and as you say in baseball, basketball, you want the officials to huddle with each other and get it right, and that's game, set, match.
Yeah, that was, like I said, it looked like it was clearly out of bounds. I didn't see anyone touch it, so I wasn't sure what would happen. So I guess you go out as a coach, you keep arguing until you get it your way.
Well, I tell you what, we had it our way when we stopped off at a certain restaurant on the way here, and Coach Lawler, the last couple of games, has been quite the advocate there, as she's gotten with the officials to get it right. Bottom line, folks, that's a sweep. That is a booming, if you will, 25-23, the final here in game number 3. And just to make sure I've got our scoring right, Jake, we went 25-18.
Yep.
25-19.
Yep.
25-23. So they got increasingly competitive in terms of the finals, but it's over and the broom is there, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Thanks so much for your help.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That is the final, folks, on the Uinta Physical Therapy scoreboard, 25-23, as the Lady Red Devils get the victory. And quite the effort here by the Road Warriors, your young women from Uinta County, 25-18, 25-19, 25-23. We'll go ahead, take a timeout here on this Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog 99.1 FM KNYN and at mylocalradio.com, and we'll return momentarily.
Eating, sleeping, breathing, moving. We all do it. It's called living. But as we age, those seemingly mundane daily basics take their toll on our bodies via oxidative stress. Fight back. Supplement with all-natural Pro Tandem, a revolutionary clinically tested plant-based formula proven to reduce oxidative stress by an average of 40% in just 30 days. You take care of your car, your home, your money, but what about you? Supplement with Pro Tandem. Click on the telegram to health that you'll find at any of the sites at mylocalradio.com. Deep discounts and free Wyoming lottery tickets, both in one great deal during Chevy Truck Month at Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. Huge factory discounts on a great selection of Silverado half, 3/4, and 1-ton pickups on the lot. And when you buy a new or used car or truck from Castle Rock, they'll give you $100 to $250 worth of free Wyoming lottery tickets. Restrictions apply.
We're Castle Rock.
Buy a new vehicle and possibly win the lotto during Chevy Truck Month. CastleRockChevy.com.
Shop with confidence. Big O Tires of Evanston has the buying power to bring you great prices on tires and the people power to make sure you drive away happy. No matter what you drive, big or small, the professionals at Big O Tires in Evanston will help you choose the tires that are right for you. From performance tires to durable economy tires to exact match OEM tires, we have the tires you're looking for.
Big O Tires, 607 West Cheyenne Drive in Evanston, 307-789-1130.
First impressions matter. When you want to stand out, uniquely brand your business, organization, or team with help from Old West Design inside My Favorite Things at 164 Front Street. Create a professional image with uniforms, golf shirts, t-shirts, hoodies, decals, keychains, koozies, coffee mugs, and more. Manager Natalie Willie Lively and Old West Design help winners dress for success. Inside My Favorite Things, Old West Design, 164 Front Street, Evanston.
And welcome back, folks. Post-game, it's the Lady Red Devils volleyball post-game show. Let's recap tonight's sweep. 3-0 over the homestanding and very talented, very hard-working Lady Braves, coached by the fine Leanne Smith. But your Lady Red Devils, coached by Tara Lawler, win it in 3 games in 3 sets, 25-18, 25-19, 25-23. Got off to a really quick start there in the first game. The second 2 games were quite close all the way through until we pulled ahead reasonably late in Game 2 and very late to win it 25-23 in Game 3 to get the sweep. And I thought, from my perspective, having only seen this team play maybe a half dozen times so far this year, this was our most complete effort. We were really ready to play in a hostile environment. And I think that trip to Casper, where we took our lumps, only winning 1 out of 7 games, paid great dividends as we came in here against a 3A team instead of playing 2 of the top 4A at the very top of the pyramid, if you will, in Wyoming volleyball teams in Casper Friday and Saturday, but still a very good Star Valley team. And we played a lot better than we did when we won in 5 games, in 5 sets back in Uinta County. And I thought this was a complete effort from from every young woman, young lady on the team. Just did a fantastic job, played as a cohesive unit. Was really impressed with Allie Barker, especially Alexi Bound, but everybody. Jessie Mitchell had a number of nice digs, as did Michaela Callis, as always. Ashley Thornock, who's our top player, a returning All-State player, played a very fine game. And everybody on the squad really stepped up. Paige Nixon came in off the bench, as did Kaylee Horton, and gave us some excellent minutes. And Brene Sanders, one of our fine starters, a great job as well. Just thought everybody really came together, and it's not a surprise that you'd need that to sweep a very talented Lady Braves team here in their facility in an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous part of the country, folks. As most of you well know, my first trip, though, to Afton, Wyoming, and the drive up from Evanston for this old Georgia Cracker was awe-inspiring. That's a recap of tonight's match. Coming up next, we're going to chat with the Lady Red Devils head coach Tara Lawler right here on this Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog, KNY and 99.1 FM, and live online at k-9radio.com.
Here's a question for you. How do you feel about your smile? Are there things about it you wish you could change? Maybe you can. At Bear River Dental, we want to see your smile, and our unique services can help you get the smile you've always wanted. So be happy. Your perfect smile is just around the corner. Come see us today for your free smile consultation, only at Bear River Dental.
And welcome back, folks. Post-game here in Afton, Star Valley High School. I'm AP Harold. We're still waiting for Coach Lawler to make a reasonably long trek up here. Let's go ahead and knock out your Red Devil Roundup. That's a look ahead at the week to come, or as we should say now, the week in action in Red Devil and Lady Red Devil athletics. Nothing on tap tomorrow here in our Roundup, but on Thursday, varsity golf, the Red Devils host the first of 2 straight days, the Evanston Invite, tea time at noon. Girls varsity swimming is at Riverton Thursday. First race is at 4. Junior high volleyball, the Davis Middle School girls are going to host Lyman at 5 o'clock. We've got varsity football Friday, of course, homecoming, the Laramie Plainsmen at your Evanston Red Devils. Main Street Deli pregame show on air at 6:25 Friday. The Jeff Piper Farmers Insurance kickoff at 7 here on the Big Dog, and live video online at mylocalradio.com. Varsity cross country over at the State Hospital at 2:30. That should be a great event. Varsity golf finishes off the Evanston Invite, tea time at 8:30 Friday. Saturday, a full slate of action. We'll be back with you not on the Big Dog, but on mylocalradio.com for all the matches at the Star Valley Tourney right back here in Afton. 9 a.m., I believe, is the first match for the Lady Red Devils. JV will also be participating. A whole lot of volleyball going on here in Afton on Saturday. Junior high volleyball, Davis Middle School's at Manila at 10 a.m. Saturday. Freshman volleyball, the Evanston Freshman Invite at 9 a.m. JV football, Laramie comes calling to Evanston at 9 a.m. Freshman football, Evanston at Cheyenne East, kickoff at noon. And girls varsity swimming, the Lady Red Devils are at Green River, first race at 10 a.m. Want to bring back our good friend Jake Hibbert of the Uintah County Herald, their fine sports editor. And Jake, some thoughts as we wrap up our coverage of this sweep here in Afton over the Star Valley Lady Braves.
Well, there was definitely some improvement, even with only 1 day of practice. Talking to Coach Lawler, she said that serve, receive, and communication both showed improvement on that day, and I'd have to agree. We were talking about improved defense throughout the match. On that final point there, I asked her for what was going on there. Turned out the server was actually out of rotation on that one, and she had served the serve before, so technically Evanston won 26-22. They got 2 points. But I tell you,
I'm telling you, folks, she may not have a law degree, but Tara Lawler can really argue before the bench, so to speak.
Yeah, she pays so much attention. She pays such close attention, and you just don't see coaches as willing. I think she has the confidence to go out there and be like, "No, I'm right," and you know what? She rarely is wrong on this. She pays such close attention. So that was what happened there. I think that they played well, especially in that last set. Going down from that. Going down, it looks like 1-6, and really I thought it should have been 0-7 to start with that one out-of-bound call. It looked like it was a half step into me, but...
Yeah, you make a great point. We rallied hard there and didn't let it get to a fourth set.
Yeah, and that could have easily happened because Star Valley really came out, but I thought Evanston did a good job coming out and matching. Not a lot of rallies today on either side's team. It was a lot of side outs, a lot of long sets. But a straight set victory still says a lot, especially when this team took you down to the wire 15-13 in the 5th set just a week ago.
Absolutely, big improvement. More difficult arena. You're in their place. You win it in 3 instead of winning it, I should say, in 5. We'll go ahead and take our final break and be back here on this Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils volleyball on the Big Dog 99.1 KNYN and of course at mylocalradio.com.
Here's a question for you. How do you feel about your smile? Are there things about it you wish you could change? Maybe you can. At Bear River Dental, we want to see your smile, and our unique services can help you get the smile you've always wanted. So be happy. Your perfect smile is just around the corner. Come see us today for your free smile consultation, only at Bear River Dental.
Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for quality, affordable higher education in southwestern Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. Western offers more than 60 associate's degrees and 26 certificate programs in business, health science, humanities, math, engineering and science, visual and performing arts, and technology and industry. Wherever you are and whatever your goal, Western Wyoming Community College is your choice for education that makes a difference. Because we are where you are.
Welcome back post-game, folks, as we wrap things up. Victorious here in Afton over Star Valley, a sweep, 25-18, 25-19, 25-23. And Jake, as we prepare to come back here, at least on the volleyball side, on Saturday, some final thoughts from you as we bounce back nicely from some really steep competition this past weekend in Casper with a big win here over a very good 3A team in Star Valley.
It's always good to get a win. I believe they're now 6-4 on the year. Even better to get good steps forward in a non-conference match like this. Of course, like you said, we'll be back Saturday. Going to have a bunch of 3A and 2A competition. I believe, is Mountain View going to be back here? Lyman, I believe, is. Kemmer will be here, another 2A school, and Star Valley will be here. You'll get to see a lot more matches. These are just going to be best of 3. They're going to go a little faster. But I think that it's a good time. It's a good time after you get those really too tough conference losses out of the way. Get back into kind of a preseason and work on some things and see what you need to do to get on that level to take on Kelly Walsh and Natrona the next time.
Coach Lawler, it's a weekday. She had her kids. It's a long drive back, so she won't be joining us this time, but I know that she's very appreciative of the effort that her kids put out there tonight in getting this victory. That does conclude the Lady Red Devils volleyball postgame show. And the preceding, of course, a wholly owned production of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holders. The executive producer of tonight's broadcast is Val Cook. We'd also like to thank our sales team, Julie Burley, Alex Faini, and our newcomer, Taylor Kaith. IT czar Brandon Misleviich, General Manager Warren Cook, Office Manager Kayleen Anderson, KDQ Sports Director Ryan Steinekert, Old West Design Manager Willie Lively, as well as Wyoming's #1 University of Michigan fan, Adam Jacksa. I'd like to thank the JV team for supplying 2 or 3 young women who helped out with the camera tonight in place of our good buddy Tim Bettinson, who will be back with us Friday for the football game. We'd also like to thank our fine producer back in Uintah County, subbing in for the ill Gabby Bowie. It was the fine Alana Perry. And I'd like to thank my buddy Jake Hibbard, our color man, and also the excellent sports editor for the Uintah County Herald. I'm play-by-play man AP Herald. Once again, our final tonight from Afton over Star Valley, a sweep 25-18, 25-19, 25-23 on the Uintah Physical Therapy scoreboard. Join us again unless anything changes in that bracket, 8:40 Saturday morning, first serve at 9 when the Lady Red Devils get it going in the always exciting, helter-skelter, fast-paced, best out of 3 Star Valley Invitational. Big win tonight via sweep. Remember, fans, as always, pitchforks will rise. Go, Lady Red Devils.
You've been listening to a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devils Volleyball on KNYN FM 99.1 The Big Dog with live streaming video online at k-9radio.com. Evanston Red Devils Volleyball brought to you by Castle Rock Chevrolet, Old West Design, PC Innovations, Big O Tires of Evanston, Western Wyoming Community College, Old West Media, Best Western, Dunmar Inn, the Legal Tender Restaurant, UNFOC's #1 education center, and by T-Bar S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Thank you for tuning in to a Big O Tires of Evanston presentation of Lady Red Devil Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM, The Big Dog, with live streaming video online at k-9radio.com.